Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Level 1 podcast. And I don't know how I look, but I know how I feel. I don't feel very good. I'm still sick, but I'm toughing through today after having yesterday off from streaming. I know I couldn't really sacrifice too many days here this week, so I was like, well, I'm going to come back. I'm going to tough through it. I hope that you guys understand. With me not feeling so well, I'll give you a full update on what's going on with the symptoms and everything in a second. Oh man, but I'm here for a React Day on my various channels. We'll be jumping between them over the course of the day. Today is Monday, the 29th of July, 2024. Man. I just feel like shit, you know? You feel like you're disgusted. You're like, I don't feel good. That's how I am right now. So to give everyone a quick update here on what's going on with me, caught the same cold my wife has had for a week, and it was really bad when she had it, and she's just coming out of it now. So she's back to work. And then I got it on Saturday, during my marathon, my digital summer party, which you guys had wanted me to do a marathon for a couple of months now. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll do a marathon. Why not? Let's just do a variety of things. Let's just do like a bunch of games and maybe a tier maker. We'll have some food, some booze. And then as I'm about to...
You got Dale feels for days, kid. But he big ups JDX the kid. How's your morning going? Hopefully it's good.
Started, my throat is like extremely sore.
Oh,
like
he's lying some more.
Sore. And I'm like, oh my God, like I'm going to do a...
This guy said his throat was so swollen he could barely breathe. But wanted to eat a sandwich. What a bitch.
Marathon when my throat is like that?
Nah, bro. You dipped out as soon as you made over, what, 350? You were out of there.
But, what are you going to do? So I started it. And,
your job?
I would say the first half went pretty well. Likely because you guys were being so supportive during that marathon on Saturday that I was taking shots. I told you guys I would take a shot for every 50 bucks raised.
Yeah, you got fucking drunk. You got schlocked,
when you're
buddy.
3-4 shots in, you're getting numb. And so I'm not feeling the pain in my throat. And I just keep pushing through.
It's just...
I would say it was about
bullshit.
the time when I ate the really bad food. Which was around like 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. And by the way, I have no idea if you can hear it, but I have to keep snorting and swallowing. It's really disgusting. I'm sorry about that. That's because right
do
now,
that normally.
My sinuses are completely in
You
overload,
do that
dripping
normally.
down the back of my throat into my throat, and now I have to like snort and clear my throat. It's really disgusting, and I'm sorry. We do have filters now on this microphone, so you may not hear it as bad. You may hear it, but it may not be as loud as it used to be. So hopefully it's not that bad. But I have to do it all day. What can I do? That's the only way I can breathe, or else I'll be here coughing all day.
Sneeze.
So
blow your nose.
About the time that I ate the incredibly dry barbecue food from Famous Dave's, I started to feel really like tired and not feeling well. And then we went into Nintendo World Championships. And when I started playing it, as I was playing it, my throat...
Okay, we'll get through the level 1 podcast and then we'll go.
More swollen while I was doing the Nintendo World Championships. I'm like, oh no. So if you notice, again, if you watch back that hour, I stopped talking because I just can't. Like, my throat is so bad. And then I realized there was no way I was going to be able to keep going. How do you keep going on a marathon when you can't talk? So I abruptly ended the marathon. I set it up because I knew that I wasn't going to be able to stream yesterday. So I basically changed all the dates of all of my streams till today. And I basically drank a lot of liquid. And I tried to relax for a couple of hours. And I went to bed really early. And I slept for 12 hours straight.
Bullshit.
I mean, that's how sick and pooped I was. And when I woke up, I was starving. So I ate a big sandwich. My wife and I ordered sandwiches because we didn't really have anything in the house.
This motherfucker said his throat was swollen. That he was struggling to breathe. Why the fuck would you go and eat a sandwich that consists of thick fucking bread? Thick bread, and you're gonna eat it with a swollen throat. What? That makes sense? To eat a giant fucking sandwich with a swollen throat. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
for like good food because you know we plan out our meals and everything.
No,
And this week,
no, you don't plan out your fucking meals. You quite literally just order from DoorDash every fucking day. Every day you order from DoorDash. And then you lie and say the food was bad so you can get a refund just so you can order fucking DoorDash the next day. Stop fucking lying.
I was just gonna have like bagels for breakfast. Like, dude, a bagel is not gonna cut it when you're sick. You need protein, you need vitamins.
No, you don't. You need protein, you need vitamins? No.
We ordered these big sandwiches, meat and veggie sandwiches. And ate that, felt a lot better after I ate
Why
that.
would
Went
you
right back to sleep again, actually.
You just said that your throat was swollen. That you were struggling to breathe. In that fucking video, you said, I was struggling to breathe and my throat was swollen. So why the fuck would you go and eat a giant sandwich? That doesn't make sense. How are you struggling to breathe while also eating a giant sandwich?
And then for the rest of the day, I just spent time with my wife. I basically, we did a bunch of things in the house that needed to be done that weren't done because my wife had been sick all week. So I helped her out with a bunch of that.
Can you not do any fucking thing? Can you not do anything? You didn't want to clean because your wife was sick and you save it all for her to do. You're pathetic. You're a busted ass wannabe Tom Selleck looking motherfucker.
And then basically I had to do a lot of stuff in the office to prepare for today. Like I had to do the playlists for today's React show and get that set up. I had to you know, do things with the schedule, pay bills, etc. You know, busy work shit, but it took a couple of hours.
That's not work.
Basically, I went to sleep again early last night, and I slept around 8-9 hours last night.
Nah, they don't do that. They're an old couple.
The good news is
you lied the whole time.
Anymore. It's actually completely gone. The bad news is this insane amount of yuck pouring down the back of my throat because I have postnasal drip, so it just never.
It's
stops.
why Kat gained 400 pounds. I'm not even joking.
Down the back of my throat,
bro.
into my throat.
When people get in a relationship that starts out physical, and then the physicality and the intimacy kind of wanes off near the end of the relationship, 9 times out of 10, one of them got fat. There's no intimacy in their relationship. There isn't.
And my throat is just being tickled constantly. And there's not much I could do about that. You know, like, medicine isn't really going to help. It's not like I have head congestion. I don't need to stop.
Well, when all you eat is McDonald's, pizza, Chinese food, takeout, and fucking fast food, you don't exercise and all you do is sit on the couch and play video games all day, you're going to gain weight.
The congestion. I just need to stop with the over phlegm, and it won't. And so I just have to tough through it. It's probably
just have to stop with the over phlegm
before it like dries out.
You're an idiot.
So I just have to tough through it. Of course, now this is the time when I just happen to get a new webcam that's full 60 frames per second, real 1080p video, with the most definition and quality I've ever had on my streams. And now I'm sick, so you get to see.
Oh, dude, wait a minute. Kat got sick right after she went out. Didn't a few weeks ago Kat go out with her friends or stay after work or something like that, have to stay late? And then all of a sudden she got sick? Bro, she was gobbling a nasty wiener.
See me looking like a bum, coughing, being disgusting, in great quality. I'm glad this is all that you've ever wanted, right? And so, FYI, I'm going to have tissues all day. I'm going to have to keep blowing my nose. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. I just muted the recording. I'm going to blow my nose. Oh. Disgusting. Oh.
It's just, it's fake. This is performative bullshit. It's fake. Look, he looked back at the camera. He's probably snorting lines right now. Dude, what the fuck is he doing?
Yuck.
I'm sorry. What the fuck was he doing? What the fuck was he doing? You move your head when you wipe your nose? Dude, that did not look like you were blowing your nose.
Yeah, so I'm gonna have to do that from time to time.
That did not look like he was blowing his nose,
I'll see if I can
bro.
split the recording when I do it. But it's pretty gross, and there's nothing that can really happen. I have to tough through it, okay? But I'll do my best. Now, today we're not doing any gameplay. Today it's all reacting.
What?
So at least I get to watch some stuff, and then I got to react to it. I don't know how much better or worse that would be than if I was doing gameplay today, honestly.
Yeah, we're just gonna do the level 1 podcast. We're not watching him react to
But
shit.
I do promise you, I will do my absolute best to remain
If we
entertaining.
do, we're gonna go and watch it on Chill Murray's stream because I'm not
try to
about
put
to
out
watch this vanilla.
some kind of entertaining content for you. Yes, the webcam is now 60 frames. Look, if you're watching in 720p or higher quality, you're seeing 60 frames per second on this camera. See the difference in movement? Very different and very clear.
Is my camera on this one?
Look at now, it
isn't.
autofocuses.
Okay, it's on this one.
When I
though.
get things close to the camera, it autofocuses. See that?
Oh no, my fat belly.
And it's all super high definition now. Like massive
Hello.
detail. It used to be all blurry, and now it's like super detailed.
I don't
So-
understand
and by the way,
him. Why is he so excited over this?
Remember, half the colors didn't used to show up. Now you actually get all the colors showing up on
Oh
here,
no,
including the
Sorry.
backgrounds. Like the backgrounds are the best change because you can see all the different colors of the
Let
background.
me
Like,
take
right now,
homeboy
orange,
down here.
It didn't used to look orange. It looked like
Bye bye. Go
peach or
away for a
something,
while.
right? But now, actually,
But anyway,
it's
I don't
orange.
understand.
So-
Like, why is he so excited about this? It's just a camera, bro. It's just a camera. It literally does nothing. It does nothing. Changes nothing. Your content is still dog shit, bro. It's garbage. And I'm sorry, you can't convince me, right, that some fucking random ass person 3 separate times sent you a fight stick, a joystick for your already existing fight stick, and a $200 camera. I don't believe it. It's maybe one of the 3, but not all 3 in quick succession in the same month. No fucking way. In the joystick and the camera in the same month, $700 from random people. No fucking way, guys. I don't believe that shit for a second. Not even a second. You can't convince me, Phil, that some random fucking person was like, oh, hey, I have $500 sitting in my pocket, and I'm gonna go buy DarkSide fucking Phil. I'm gonna go buy him a fight stick. And then another person is like, hey, I have $200 sitting on the counter. I'm gonna go buy him this random ass camera that he doesn't need. He bought this shit. He bought it. But anyway, I'm gonna turn my ugly ass off. Have my hair all wrapped up. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Show my fat thumbs. Here you go. Here's my fat thumbs.
Well, you show your
Pretty much
fat
twice as
face all
wide
the
as most
time, so
people's.
I mean,
The
unfortunate.
Solvano thumb. The Solvano family thumb. Comes from Italy. Anyway.
Excuse me?
So yeah, so I'm back. And let's talk a little bit about the stuff I did during the marathon, because this is going to result in more content, which is good. And then we'll talk about what we're doing today and moving forward. The schedule changed. I'm actually here today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, which originally it was just going to be today and tomorrow. But now my schedule extended because my wife's work schedule changed. So we'll talk a little bit about that today. And after that, I'll be honest.
The schedule didn't change. Tyrone ordered 2 over easy eggs, some hash browns, and some fucking bacon, right? And he wanted the little English muffins on the side. So he requested your wife to come in early to his bedroom so they could hash out the payment, right? So she could go in and start making him breakfast. Bro, I'm sorry.
Don't really have much to go on. I
Tyrone's
was looking for game
leaking
news.
your
I was
wife,
like,
my dude.
The only real game news today is that the Xbox 360 digital store has shut down. You can no longer buy games digitally on an Xbox 360 console, but not that many people use Xbox 360s at this point anyway. But it's kind of the end of an era. You know, when the Xbox 360 launched, that's really where the first digital marketplaces started to be prominent on console.
A daily streamer?
You know, things have changed so much in the last, 25 years or whatever since the console.
I can't handle a lot of,
they didn't launch in 2006.
LTG. I just think he's so stupid.
So 18 years. Things have changed a hell of a lot in 18 years, right? So, yeah, say goodbye to Xbox 360 store. You can still play most of those games on future Xbox consoles, like the Xbox One or the Xbox Series S and X. Some are lost to time. Some of the digital games in the marketplace are gone for good. And that's sad, I guess, but things change,
Look
right?
at him rub his fucking face.
There you have it. 19 years of...
And the hardest thing about that is I don't know when Dale streams. And I think he streams late at night. I can't. I work mornings.
History.
So. It would like be restreams of restreams.
Then again, you know, you realize they're not going to keep that stuff going endlessly, right? Like, for posterity and stuff, I get that people want to preserve games. And for the most part, most of the games on Xbox 360 are playable on the future consoles, but there's no way that they're going to keep every digital game, you know, accessible forever. You know, the shame is really the games like PC games that have that DRM shit in it and stuff, and then you can't access the DRM anymore, and therefore you can't ever play them again. That's the worst. That's really the worst. Because they just don't care about having their games played after that initial launch window, right? Anyway.
If I could catch him on a day off where I didn't work
during the Marathon Saturday,
I would probably restream.
Well,
but
after
that
a
would
very
be
extended
like
podcast, and the reason it was extended is because we had new viewers come in from Kino Casino. This is a stream over on Kick.
He doesn't understand that they're making fun of him.
It's called Kick. And these guys,
they're making fun of you.
Essentially, are equal opportunity razzers, meaning they kind of make fun of everyone on the internet. They made fun of me a lot. I've seen some of the stuff where they make fun of me. Yeah, it's nasty, but I mean, so does everybody else. But they do it to everyone. And I just so happened to drop into one of their streams the other night when they were actually talking about me. I was going to eat the Feastables. Remember from back in like January, I ate Feastables, Mr. Beast's candy or whatever. So it was pretty cool. I dropped in, we chatted a little bit, and they were very nice. They were basically like, hey, you know, our viewers should drop by your stream tomorrow. I was like, hey, everyone's welcome, but they got to subscribe now or else they won't be able to talk. So a few of them came by. They subscribed.
For sure he is.
And they were very nice. Like, they were a very good audience. They came by. They were very respectful.
They're tricking you, you fucking dumbass. It's called buddy trolling. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. They're going to turn him into Cyrex.
I will say. It wasn't like they came into the stream and tried to derail it in any negative way. In fact, they were very nice the whole time. And I was surprised because, you know, there's other people who come in here and they tried to take over the stream or derail it, and they weren't trollish at all. I was like, wow, they seemed like a good crowd. And I'll be honest, they were pretty supportive as well, which I wasn't expecting. I thought they were just going to come by and say hi, but a lot of them came by and hung out for the marathon and were very supportive of it, and I appreciate that. That was very nice of you. So the podcast went extra long. And then after that, we jumped into the Marvel Rivals closed beta, which I was very lucky to get into because someone sent me a code last minute on PS5. And we played it for about, I don't know, an hour and a half, 2 hours.
I want Magneto, exactly, bro, but I don't know how to get him.
How long? But
I really want Magneto.
Marvel Rivals is Overwatch. Like, it's the original Overwatch from 2006. It feels exactly like the same game, only with some retooling and rebalancing. So, for example, one character will have an element of Soldier 76, but also an element of Bastion. It's kind of like slapped together.
Yeah, I'm getting really tired of him too.
Like, oh, okay. You know, and that's how it is. Like, they took different characters and smashed them together in like a sandwich and said, oh, well, now it's a Marvel character. But outside of that, like, all the gameplay feels almost exactly the same kind of objectives.
Oh, I'm tired of him, dude. The fucking snorting.
Very similar maps. It's just really you could tell that's what they're going for. They're going to recapture the spirit of the original game that was lost many years
you know what I do touch
its
kids.
development. And a lot of the people who like Overwatch have complained over the last few years that basically Overwatch 2 sucks, right?
It was a needless update. Yeah, I don't play Overwatch,
but you know, we weren't going to play it all day. So I said, you know, maybe we'll play it again later in the week, and I think we will. I think we'll actually play it again.
My question is,
the next couple of
days, why can't you play it now?
That beta is running till the 5th of August, so I have opportunity to play it a couple more times before it shuts down, and I think I would like to do that.
I really want to get Magneto.
Okay.
He's my favorite X-Men character.
That was the first thing we did. Then we jumped into Street Fighter 6, and at this point, I was no exaggeration, like 5
How do I unlock them then?
Shots in on my stream. So
dude, you got fucking really drunk.
And playing with Zangief. The sad fact is, last year, when I would play Street Fighter 6, and on a stream like this, where I'm drinking and I'm having fun, I would be able to jump into casual play in Street Fighter 6, and I would face a wide variety of opponents of all skill levels, all different characters, and it would be fun because I'm buzzed, but I'd try to win. Now,
all right, I'm gonna try and unlock
I did exactly
Magneto.
the same thing, and just go ahead and watch. 99% of the players are master level players, and half of them were camis. So the best character in the game, arguably, flowcharting at master level, but I wanted casual play. Why are you forcing me to do the sweats when I'm fucking drunk for my marathon? And I've been saying this, that I think Capcom really screwed up.
Yes, because Capcom knew to temper the player base, because DarkSydeDrill was doing a fucking what? You were doing what? Drinking and not going on break during the day. Wow. Shut the fuck up, dude.
Up casual play in Street Fighter 6 by making it balanced this way. I think they fucked it up. It's supposed
Oh, how evil are they for making master ranked players play with other master ranked players? Oh no.
Supposed to be not serious gameplay where you can just practice, not the fucking sweats. So I think they need to fix it. I don't think they will, because no one listens to me.
Wow.
But it is what it is.
Nobody listens to me, but I'm the smartest guy around.
I think the ratio was like 13 wins, 15 losses. But if you look at the losses, it's every cami. It's literally half the matches were camis, and they're just flowcharting. Like, dude, I'm Zangief.
They're just flowcharting.
What exactly do you expect me to do against the flowcharting cami when I'm drunk? I'm not gonna break throws, right? And then, we went to the food video. And if you didn't see it yet, you can watch it, Feasting with Phil, over on DSP Reacts. It's a riot because, number one, me eating, right, just looks bizarre. Everyone admits this, that when I eat, apparently I look weird. I don't know,
because you look like a fucking cow.
I've never seen myself eat. I can't watch myself. It's not possible. I can't remove my eyeballs and put them over there.
You can eat self-consciously and not eat corn on the cob like you're trying to eat.
So I don't know
fucking
how I look.
A Jolly Rancher.
I ate this famous Dave's barbecue feast that my wife and I ordered. It was atrociously bad. Every meat was dry. Every single piece of meat was dry.
Because you left it on the fucking counter for like a half an hour.
The fried chicken had so many bones in it that only half the chicken had breading I could eat. The other half was only on the bones. I'm not going to eat the bones. The sides were decent. It was like beans, and the fries were okay. But for the most part, it was a complete and utter waste of money. It was just
okay.
I was eating outside. It's supposed to be mouth-watering.
Sorry, folks with AIDS.
Barbecue food, and you start eating the chicken. And you're like, dude, it's so fucking dry, right? It's like so dry. I can't eat this.
I'm not trying to play. I'm just trying to get the Magneto skin. I really want that.
It would have been better, but that's not the point.
Oh, he was right there. He was right there. Oh, bitch!
To make it edible. So, yeah, I was pretty sad that I spent that much money on a feast that was pretty bad, and we ended up throwing out all the leftovers because it was disgusting. It was so dry.
What?
You can see that video.
Bro, he spent $70 on that. And then to get it delivered? Bro, come on. What? He threw it away?
If you want, over on DSP React. And then, like I said, I did 1 hour of Nintendo World Championships, and that was it. I was I was done. I couldn't go any further. So what I would say is, out of what we did, definitely I want to do Marvel Rivals again. I felt like that was very fun. And I want to try it maybe tomorrow night. I think I have it set up as the late stream for variety. And probably we'll try to squeeze it in one more time before it shuts down. So that way we can get a taste of the different characters or whatever. Plus, I won't be buzzed this time. I'll be able to focus on it a little more. And have an actual crowd here on the stream who are here just to see it. So that should be pretty fun. Yeah, and again, I want to say thank you to everyone who was here for it. I appreciate you. I'm sorry I couldn't be here for the whole event. You know, that's life. You get sick and you got to deal with it.
I know, I got caught.
So
it was pretty funny.
Thanks to those who did attend and support in a big way. That was very nice of you. So now yesterday, this is what sucks. Big supportive stream on Saturday, right? People coming who had never seen my stuff before, they enjoyed it, they supported. My regulars were here, they supported. And then I immediately miss a day of work. Right? So it evens out. You know, it's a really great day.
Almost like you got $350 and decided to take a day off. Almost like you left work early, right? Decided to go on a fucking mini vacation and was like, I'm just sick, guys.
Then I
Keep
miss an
paying
entire
me,
day
though.
of income, and it screws me over because now it's as if I was just having a normal week. And I'm like, damn it. So at least it's as if I'm having a normal week, and I hope that we come back strong today and have a normal day. But, you know, that's how it is with me, is a day that I don't work is money lost, right? And there's nothing I can do about that, you know, but there was nothing that I could do about yesterday. I wouldn't have been able to stream. There's no way. So it is what it is. Today, hopefully we have a good day. Please support the streams if you enjoy them. Only if you enjoy them. If you don't like the streams, don't support them. But if you like my streams, I hope you'll support them in some way, whether it's a super chat, a super sticker, a membership, a gifted membership to the community, or a tip. All are greatly appreciated. I always try to hit 50 bucks in tips every stream that I run. That's kind of my goal. Now, today's a little weird because I do a podcast here on DSP Gaming, but then we actually collectively roll over to my DSP Reacts channel to watch my weekly React show, where I watch a bunch of clips from all over the internet.
Bro, where'd Magneto go?
If you're one of the newcomers, it'd be great if you could follow us over there. You'll see a link at the end of this stream. It'll pop up, say, hey, click here to head over there. I just hope that you've subscribed. If you haven't, yeah, it's the same sub mode that we have here, because we get the same amount of trolls over there. So hopefully you guys will be able to go over there and hang out with us. And the way I do it is anything that's raised on this podcast also counts towards that stream. Like
I'm sorry, that's not the way the shit wins are moving
here,
today.
and then we go do the show over there. I'll start at 20 bucks over there, so that way everyone gets credit. Also, FYI,
I'm trying to find Magneto.
I shout out contributions in the final segment of my stream, because already we got a few contributions here, and I appreciate that, and I'm going to shout them out, I promise you. But I try to get through all my important topics first, so that way I don't get off track and forget to talk about something. Okay. So now schedule-wise, what are we doing? Because now the schedule's all thrown off. Let me tell you.
Oh, there he is.
Okay, hold on, because I got to blow my nose again.
There he is. I found him.
Ugh.
What? No! Ah! Okay, he's marked on the map now, so I can go and find something. All right, let's watch some Dale. Bro, stop guzzling the glizzy over there.
I'll always date bitches younger than me, so what does that have to do with anything? I'll never be a nigga that dates a bitch around the same age as me. Bitches that are around my age have fucked up skin, they got too many kids, they're like old heads, they want to get married quickly. Like, that's just not my style. No man should ever date a bitch older or date a bitch the same age. You should never do that. Unless you're like 18 or something like that, then you don't have a choice. But once you get to like your mid-20s and shit, why are you dating a bitch the exact same age as you? Always get somebody younger. Somebody that's more fresh. Somebody that's newer. Because once chicks start getting around 24, 25, they got wrinkles on their forehead. They got crow's feet. They start getting bags under their fucking eyes. Like all types of shit. Younger does not always equal less smashed. Trust me. Yeah, younger does not always equal less smashed. Nigga, I can be 60 years old. If I could land an 18-year-old chick, why not? I'm gonna be on some Mel Gibson shit. Alright, so Megan trailer, 8 million? Damn, what's this shit?
Okay.
Oh, dude, I think we watched this one already.
Megan, you.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not anybody flagging it. When you play, like, that's what I'm saying. That's why.
That is cool.
Man.
Megan, turn off.
Recalibrating response model.
They really got her ass dancing.
Megan! What's wrong with you? Don't
Wow, they got her dancing and cartwheeling.
I won't let anything harm you.
What the fuck?
Ever again.
What?
I know, imagine a turbo top game. Having a doll like that.
Yeah, he deserves to get
You want to see what I found?
destroyed.
Wouldn't that be funny? She's like, you want to eat my pussy?
Wait, what?
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that?
Will you show me how to use it? I couldn't find any bullets.
So, I mean, we don't.
If something's wrong, I should know. What if I have to use one?
I mean, we don't know. We don't. I mean, obviously, this one, we don't know what the fuck going on.
What, bro?
Today's episode's gonna ruffle a lot of feathers, but like I always say, I don't care.
Yes,
It's gonna
Cyrax,
ruffle a
he is
lot of
not
feathers.
lying at all.
I just
He's
don't
going
care.
to ruffle so many feathers.
I got one thing to say.
Ah!
Swag.
Change the world? Sounds like Maverick talk to me.
Ooh.
Shoot now!
Oh shit!
Oh god!
At least what they should have did in this game, right? I don't know what the fuck is up with gaming creators. You dumbass. Let me tell you something. You dumbass niggas that created Namco, you're fucking retards.
Yo.
Capcom, you're fucking retards, you dumbass niggas.
Oh
right?
shit! He's gonna get my channel
Make it
shut
so
down.
that I can see who the fuck I am playing before I press ready on my game. I don't wanna have to play the same niggas every time I come on the game I pay for. Put the option back in games. Only motherfucker that got it right is fucking the niggas who make fucking Mortal Kombat. I can't even think right now. I cut on my goddamn, every time I cut on a fighting game, a faggot ass nigga, a fucking tear sexual ass nigga. Yeah, I said faggot, cause you got.
Bro, the whole hard got, bro. You gotta stop.
I be gay to keep stream sniping me in every game. You gay ass niggas, I cut on KI. Niggas stream snipe me, I cut on Tekken. Niggas stream snipe me, I cut on Street Fighter. Niggas stream snipe me, I cut on Soul Calibur. Niggas stream snipe me, I cut on MK11. Niggas stream snipe me every time I cut on the game. Only game you niggas can't stream snipe is other games because you gotta pay to play me. That shit is fucking annoying, man. These dumbass niggas do not get it. Give me back my fucking goddamn freedom to play who the fuck I want to play in fighting games. If I recognize your goddamn name, I should not have to play you.
Yeah, fly it. Got the fuck out of there.
I'm just trying to play a fucking video game.
Now, where's the Weapon X facility at? Gotcha. Now, where the hell is this lab, bro? Oh, it's outside the circle, because of course it is.
Another gay-ass nigga watching his intro. Nigga, shut the fuck up!
Rage quit.
I walk a path that was aligned for me since the beginning of time. The Creator gave me life through abundance, allowing the correct blend of souls to cross paths, but not only to make eye contact, but to share passion with one another.
What? Bro, I tried. I couldn't find the fucking thing. What the hell?
Bro, how the fuck did that hit?
Bro, he's mad.
Whoever said GG's Blanca, the gym, ban him. Mods, ban that nigga. Anybody laughing, gyms and all, time these niggas for 10 minutes. Ain't shit funny, pussy. I just killed brain cells from laughing. I mean from fucking yelling, pussy. From some fucking bum-ass online nigga who could never do anything with Blanca outside of this game stole a dub off me. All you niggas timed out.
What the fuck happened, dude? We'll return to lobby. I got 20th place. That's not bad. Oh, we still got Phil's
This
chat
game
on
fucking
screen.
sucks. Like, what the fuck was that?
Wait. If you leak your address, I would ask you please to not do that. But you're allowed to do as you wish.
Fucking player, like, did you see the way this nigga was playing? I feel like I was playing against a fucking toddler. This game blows. Oh, dude, just bitching for the launcher. You so fucking got robbed! Wakes up with some shit, pop seated beats me!
AK-55. Is that like the Nintendo 65?
Do y'all see what the fuck I'm talking about? Oh my god, are you kidding me? Wow, this fucking scrub actually.
No, I was just making a joke. Honestly, I'm pretty illiterate when it comes to guns. Oh shit, he threw the controller, bro, he threw the controller. We have liftoff.
It's the same fucking shit! I'm sick of playing these fucking characters! Shit!
I never liked that version of Akuma. I don't like his
I can never
design.
turn or rank and not play no bitch-ass fucking flowchart characters. Shit!
He is really mad. It's the top knot in the front side of the hair. I never liked that. I wish they just let it swoop back with the rest of the hair, so it just like completes the lion look on his face. You know?
God, dude! What the fuck you playing on me?
Dude. Oh, for sure. I wanted Buki to come back. She was one of my favorite characters.
You sorry ass fat nigga!
Oh my god!
What the fuck just happened?
I want Sagat in Street Fighter 6. I think he would be awesome in that game.
Bitch ass
if
nigga!
I could be honest. I know one DarkSydeDrill Phil doesn't like Sagat very much, but I like Sagat.
Oh my god. Oh my, the same shit over and over again, dude! What is this ugly ass nigga doing, dead ass? This nigga sucks! Somebody hop in my lobby and body this fat nigga ASAP!
Round 4. Fight.
Nigga, I just cut on the fucking game and niggas keep teabagging me, right? Like, nigga, play the game, you bitch-ass fag!
Oh.
Every time I cut on the game!
With the hard G, bro. With the extended hard G. The yelling in the middle.
In this game, right? I don't know what the fuck is up with gaming creators. You dumbass... Let me tell you something. You dumbass niggas that created Namco, you're fucking retards. Capcom, you're fucking retards, you dumbass niggas!
But you live in a Section 8 apartment and then are a multi-million-dollar company.
I am playing before I press ready on my game! I don't wanna have to play the same niggas! Every time I cut on the game, I pay for it! Put the option back in games!
Fork knife here. No, I might play another match. I'm just trying to get Magneto. Dude, he's pretty cool. Oh, dude, he threw the controller. He was like, nah, I'm out.
I cut on my goddamn, every time I cut in a fighting game, a faggot-ass nigga.
And he lives in those compact apartments, you know? Those really cheap, rent-controlled, you know, if you just step wrong on the floor, your foot is going through that paper. You know, that type of apartment. It's pretty bad for him. and he sits here and he acts like he's a multi-millionaire. Well, he's $120,000 in debt and refusing to pay child support.
A fucking tear sexual ass nigga. Yeah, I said faggot. Cause you gotta be gay to keep stream sniping me at every game. You gay ass niggas, I cut on chaos.
I wonder if I could put this next in the queue.
Nigga stream snipe me, I cut on Street Fighter. Nigga stream snipe me, I cut on Soul Calibur. Nigga stream snipe me, I cut on MK11. Nigga stream snipe me every time I cut on the guy.
Dude, exactly, bro. People like to talk about the what is it? The dry tofu building materials in Japan or China that they're building all their buildings out of, but our shit is literally built with air and paper. Yeah, it's bad. It's bad. People are paying $120,000 for a paper house.
You gotta pay to play me. That shit is fucking annoying, man. These dumbass niggas do not get it. Give me back my fucking goddamn freedom to play who the fuck I want to play in fighting games. If I recognize your goddamn name, I should not have to play you.
Now, that's not everywhere in America. That's just like the overdeveloped parts of the United States.
I'm just trying to play a fucking video game.
New challenger.
It's always those pop-up houses, too. Yeah, like major cities. It's always those pop-up houses, too. It's so stupid. You know, there's these wide open fields, and instead of building something important there, they just pop up like 70 cookie-cutter houses that are all built out of styrofoam and fucking chain link. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Nigga, shut the fuck up!
Bro, they are. Have you? There's this place here. It's like an uncanny valley levels of just like insanity. There's this one street here in my town that it's nothing but the same house. It's the same color. The yards are the same. Most of the cars are Subarus or Hondas. It's absolutely insane. When I say cookie cutter house, they're exactly the same. Oh, I'm not. Yeah, they gentrify poor areas, push the people out, and then it just all turns to shit.
Playing scrubs. This is why I don't like fucking playing scrubs. How in the fuck did that sloppy...
You got me.
Oh yeah,
Dominique.
no respect for some garbage.
I'm not saying that. That's
sloppy
no, never.
Doing any fucking thing he can to do whatever the fuck. Don't know the rules of shit. No meaties, no nothing. That's funny to you? Get that ass banned, bitch. Dude didn't react to shit. He prayed that it would work. That fucking garbage ass fucking Urian. Wasn't no fucking comeback. I'm gonna show you a comeback by banning your ass out of my channel, bitch. Get that ass banned, motherfucker. Blocked. That fucking garbage ass fucking Urian. That motherfucking Urian was garbage.
We have houses like that out here as well, but they're called historical houses. It's really stupid. The only place that seemingly has like differentiating that have like differentiating yards are those older houses that were built like in the 50s, you know. It's really stupid. Most of my area is completely gentrified, if that's even the correct terms. They call them modern houses, but they're literally built out of like styrofoam and metal. There's hardly any wood. Like, if there was just a hard gust of wind, those fuckers would blow down. It's terrible, bro. They nickel and dime you out here. It's horrible. I live in the Northwest. It's terrible. It's terrible. They nickel and dime you at every fucking turn. It's awful. Our elected officials are stupid. Oh yeah, dude. The only thing we don't have out here is a sales tax. Dude, I'm telling you. There are some places in the United States where it feels like they specialize in scamming the shit out of you. And the Pacific Northwest is that exact area, bro. They want all the money. And then they don't even put... See, and then the fucked up part of it is, they don't put the money back into the community to serve the community. It goes to nebulous programs that serve nobody and just serve to... Or it creates more homeless people. It creates inept adults who are dependent on social programs. I don't like it. I don't like it. Dude, that's part of the reason why I love the Northwest. The mountains, the open spaces, and the farmland. Dude, they're not only are they overpriced, they're garbage. They're garbage. You'd serve better buying a piece of cardboard and living in that. You know, but I am in that stage where I do want to purchase my home. You know, I have this one, but you know, I didn't really buy this one. I don't know. Honestly, if I do end up buying a house, I'll probably move to a different state.
Do you trolls really think you're gonna last in my motherfucking chat? Like, are you really that fucking dumb? Clapped? I'm gonna show you how clapped I am, bitch. Clap this shit, motherfucker. Get that ass banned, bitch.
That's always a good idea, bro.
Fucking garbage ass motherfucking.
Oh, that's his mic.
That shit was...
I was like, why is my mic making that sound? It shouldn't be making that sound. This is a pretty good mic, you know? It should not be making that hum sound. But it's his mic. I was like, ah!
Fucking crap.
I would say in those... if there's a loud fan. But, I would say if you're gonna move out in a year or two, you should practice saving money. Even if, you know, like, rent is reasonable, bills are reasonable, and you make a proper amount, you know, to cover it, practice saving money. Good. It's the hardest thing to learn as an adult is money literacy. You know, what you need to buy, what you don't need to buy, what's a need versus a want. Oh, for sure, JDX the kid, I will. You know, don't just like rush into it, just thinking, oh, I'm an adult now, I need to do this. You know, it's always best to say, oh, I have X amount, you know, I need to save this amount, and I need to make sure bills come first, because as a young adult moving out and learning, that was my hardest thing to learn was, oh, I have this set amount I need to pay, I have these bills I need to pay, I have this credit card I need to pay. You know, it was keeping on top of all the bills I had. So don't feel awkward if you have to write out a list of your bills. You know, if you have to keep a book, oh, this is what I pay every month. You know, it's all a part of growing up. So
I can't do shit. There was no. I look like a totally different person playing from when I play on Xbox Live.
I tell myself
they have the upper fucking hand.
It's not all worth it.
They have the upper fucking hand on fucking whack ass PS4. This system is not Evo standard. This shit is lag.
Oh, American Airlines.
Shut the fuck.
Is that the American Airlines? The real American Airlines? I have never ever flown on your plane.
Every fucking time you play somebody is yellow fucking bars. What the fuck is this? Look at this shit. Yellow bar, black bar, black bar. See what those blink? Look at that shit. And these motherfuckers are bragging about this trash ass fucking PS4 shit. PS4 will not be a fucking Evo, you dumb, retard, worthless fucking scrubs. You have to play on Xbox Live offline where you can actually lose. Not getting used to yellow bar lag. So if that's all you're doing, good fucking luck, you pussy ass fucking scrubs. I'm sick of people talking shit, but never stepping up to fucking play me. Never stepping up to fucking play me. It almost makes somebody like me have respect for a motherfucker like Viscont, or, you know, because the motherfucker at least stepped up to play. These motherfuckers, all these online bitch-ass fucks do is talk shit with these fucking black and yellow and red orange bar connections on PS4, but refuse to play me in sets. That's why there has been another episode of Phones Exposed, because these bitch-ass fucking coward fucking scrubs are afraid to play me in a video game. If you're afraid to play me in a video game, you need to have your balls and dick removed, because it makes no fucking sense. It is a video game, you dumb fuck. While you're on that system, why would you play on a system that is not even Evo standard, cloaking it like you have good skill? What you're doing is cloaking the fact that you suck. That's why you're hiding out on PS4. Everybody knows the best competition is on fucking Xbox Live. Go watch the Yoga Flame fucking channel. Has this motherfucker ever uploaded a PSN match? Fuck no. Because nobody's fucking on there. What the fuck are you talking about?
Oh shit. Did I hit something? Oh shit, I wasn't supposed to.
Have good skill. What you're doing is cloaking the fact that you suck. That's why you're hiding out on PS4. Everybody knows the best competition is on fucking Xbox Live. Go watch the Yoga Flame fucking channel. Has this
bro, it's okay.
Motherfucker ever uploaded a PSN match?
We'll go back to watching DarkSydeDrill in a little bit.
Fuck no, because nobody's fucking on there. What the fuck are you talking about? To be honest, it's really unusual how a physically fit black dude is really this much of an easy target to trolling. The fuck you talking about, you easy target, you dumb?
Nah, I was about to take a dab though.
I'm worthless. Fuck. I'm tired of motherfuckers talking shit and not backing it up. I'm a fucking alpha male. I'm not one of you pussy ass, noodle armed, skinny motherfuckers, or you fat, worthless fucks who sit in the mirror crying all day because you don't look like the guy on the front cover of a fucking magazine, but you refuse to do something about it. Motherfucker. You motherfuckers are pussies. I'm sick of you bitch ass motherfuckers coming in here talking shit. You guys aren't men. You're the type of motherfuckers who can't protect your girl if a dude grabbed their ass in public. You're nothing but a fucking strip, weenie fuck. You guys are fucking cowards and pussies. You are not a fucking man. You can't protect shit. Like I always say, an apocalypse happens today. You motherfuckers can't even run from the meteors hitting the ground. You motherfuckers can't protect families. Can't shoot bow and arrows from targets away. Can't fucking think properly. You don't have the brains, the bronze, not a goddamn thing. The fuck? You motherfuckers are trash. Keep talking that shit. The fucking invite is open. The lobby is open for niggas talking shit. I'm tired of you fucking drone ass, coward, smelling up a whole fucking venue, worthless FGC, Evo, seat filling, wish that you could be on the next level, worthless fucks talking shit, but you refuse to play me. What happens when motherfuckers play? When motherfuckers talk shit to play. So what? I lost 2 grudge matches. Alex Myers got 17th at CEO. Who gives a fuck? Lost to set 5-3. Can you niggas beat him? No. Who gives a fuck if I lost to a Scott? Ex-Evo champ that clearly still plays Street Fighter, that has years of experience over me, in public, playing on stream, playing offline, lost to set 10-6. Who gives a flying fuck? Can you niggas do that? No. You guys are just a bunch of fucking critic, dumbass fucks who sit there and sit back. You guys are the people who sit in the movie theater and critique the actor in there busting his ass making those millions. That's what you guys are. That's what the fuck separates people in this world. Critics and motherfuckers that are actually on stage trying to do it. It fucking disgusts me when I'm watching the chat. And there's people that have flew so many motherfucking miles and all that shit to be passionate about Street Fighter playing. These guys are really trying. You got all these fucking dumbass critics talking shit about these motherfuckers in the goddamn stream. Are you motherfuckers on stream playing? No. Have any of you motherfuckers ever touched offline? No. And if you do, what are the results? You go, what, 0-2? Get the fuck out of here. You motherfuckers are fucking annoying. Go fucking lift some weights. Go pump your chest. Go do something to pump some testosterone in your system so it spews out all the fucking estrogen. How the fuck is this motherfucker gonna run an online? How the fuck you gonna organize an online tournament on PS4? What fucking goddamn major is running a tournament on fucking PS4?
You need to shut the fuck up.
No one. Let me get back to rank. You guys got to give me a short break, dude. It's the same old fucking shit! God damn! These niggas are frauds, dude!
Have a good one, Dominique.
Nobody wanna sit there and block
Hopefully
the same
you come
shit
back next
for
time,
3,
man.
4 fucking
Take
seasons.
care.
You niggas ain't talented. I'm talented. Bitch ass niggas play the same fucking characters over and over again. That shit ain't skill. Fuck! The same 50 niggas doing the same shit. Any nigga in here that thinks that skill, tell me. And I'm banning your ass. 50 niggas online playing the same character doing the same shit. And I gotta hold that? Fuck a video game. Hop online playing the same niggas over and over again. 1 million people. This is why humans are stupid. The fuck was that, you sloppy fuck? Not respecting shit you do, bitch. What you gonna do, sloppy? What the fuck was that? Fucking trash ass fucking player. What the fuck was that? The fuck? Damn, the dash, the grabs though, man. Get this sorry ass nigga out of here! You suck!
He's like teeth clenching mad, bro.
Oh my god, this nigga sucks so bad, I'm playing bad. Oh my god, dude, this dash and grab shit. Oh my God! Throw it!
Oh shit. He threw that fucking controller, bro. Like it owed him money.
Dude, Street Fighter 5 is the worst fucking game on the fucking planet, dude. I lost to the world's worst fucking Nash. I had the game won. What the fuck happened?
His voice.
Clean up my chat, Mox.
His voice. It squeaked. What happened? There we go.
I'm playing against a fucking dimwit doing shit that I don't even know what the fuck I'm telling you. The worse the player is, the harder it is to actually pull off the victory because these niggas don't know what the fuck they're doing. This is the only game you could do shit like that in. If I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, I'm not beating Sonic Fox and MK. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not beating Jay Wong and fucking Third Strike. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm not beating Kazanoku and Street Fighter 4. Put any of those players I just named, I got the chance to beat. Well, hold on, not me. A random dumbass nigga got the chance to beat him in this sorry ass version of a fucking game. I wasn't even playing for real. I'm like walking forward, doing whatever I want. I had the game won. This sorry ass nigga random me out. This game is bullshit. I'm not respecting nobody online. I told you guys that. I'm gonna walk forward, do what I want. I'm not playing I'm not playing a calculated match against no fucking scrub. Anybody caught clipping my shit, I'm gonna take that shit down instantly too.
I really wish
This
I
game
could
is
just get some
poison,
fresh
man.
clips.
A fucking sloppy ass fucking random ass.
I would clip him the way I do Rich. I don't make clipped videos often, but when I do, it's because something really funny happened.
Ass idiotic garbage. Awful Nash. You can't watch that shit and be like, oh, he authentically got beat. I didn't play for real. But I had the game won, and then this nigga randomly does some random shit. Nigga, I did a dope ass Aegis setup. This fucking clown ass mashing fuck, fidgety online fuck pulls off some fake ass W.
Shit, I would have to watch more of Dale.
Gonna shove it. Yeah. He's gonna shove it. Christian Cage is one of those
Oh
wrestlers
God!
that always seem to.
Oh God! Somebody get me the blue fucking circle for this dork. Look at this fucking chicka slim shady fucking dyed hair. Get this guy out of here. Somebody bring in the fucking blue meanie.
A versatile guy. He's good in the ring and he's good on the mic. He is also one of.
He's good in the ring if you've never seen someone wrestle in their life. And he's good at a promo if you've never heard somebody say words before.
The final Attitude Era wrestlers who still wrestle.
I'm just fucking with you,
And of
DDX
course, his
kid.
name came from the WWE. He's in AEW.
I'm
nowadays,
just
but AEW
playing.
was not the first time that he moved to another company. He had a very successful 3-year stay in TNA long before it was fashionable to turn up there just to collect a paycheck. Christian's career in the WWF was not going to plan. Despite some good crowd reaction mid-card title wins, his star had started to fade by 2005.
Yeah.
He wanted to be in the main event.
But see, my problem with Christian isn't necessarily Christian's ability. He's just not my type of wrestler. The problem with Christian is he was in a pool, a very, very big pool of very, very big sharks, right? And he was just a medium-sized shark. He was as good as the big sharks. He was as talkative as the big sharks, but he just didn't have that thing that those other sharks had. And I'm not saying like stature-wise. Like, look at somebody like Chris Jericho. When Chris Jericho came in, he had something definitive about him, right? He had his in-ring ability. He had his promos. He had his timing. He had the look. You know, he had something unique. But every time I think of Christian, I never think of anything unique with Christian. No, not necessarily that. You know, the bigger dudes have their place. You know, and I'm saying even compared to other mid-sized wrestlers like a Dean Malenko or a Steve Blackman, you know, at least Steve Blackman being stuck in the mid card was understandable because nobody was really gonna like acknowledge a Karate Man as world champion, right? And that's where I see Christian. I see him in that same kind of walled off bubble as Steve Blackman and Perry Saturn when he started dating the Mop. You know what I mean? He never escaped that mid-card era. I mean, I've followed Christian, right? I've watched wrestling pretty much his entire career. He was just never my cup of tea, you know? Not saying that he couldn't be other people's cups of tea, you know? But he just never did anything proper for him. I don't know. I don't know. He's that one enigma, just like right in the mid card where I believe he should have stayed mid card. You could see his talent, you can see his ability, but he's just a mid card guy. It's the same with Dolph Ziggler. You see his ability, you see his talent, but he's just the mid card guy. Nobody can explain why he's the mid card guy, but he is.
Christian.
It's the same with what's his name? He was the dude in Eminem that is always with the fucking Miz now. I think his name's Johnny Storm, Johnny Nitro, something like that. But anyway, he's that same type of guy. I just don't believe him to be an upper card wrestler. You know? Because he's not Eddie Guerrero, right? He doesn't have that kind of name recognition. He's not Chris Jericho. He doesn't have that kind of in-ring ability. You know, he's not Chris Benoit. He doesn't have that level of realism to his character. You know, he was just the guy in the middle that got lost in the shuffle because the people who were in front of him were just so relevant for their time. You know, I don't see Christian as anything other than a mid-card wrestler. Yeah, you could say, well, that might be just because he was booked that way. But when he wasn't in other promotions, you know, when he was Christian Cage in TNA, he still, to me, was that mid-card guy. You know? And I can look back and say, okay, well, Edge started in the same place as he did. But Edge evolved. Became more unique to himself. You know, but Christian, I always see Christian as that same long-haired guy in the see-through shirt. You know? It's the same with the Hardy Boys. You can tell me, right? You could tell me that Jeff Hardy is one of the best wrestlers of all time and deserving of a heavyweight title, and I will disagree with you at every step. You can tell me that Matt Hardy, during his time doing the whole deletion thing, you know, you could tell me that that was worthy of a title run, but he'll always just be the guy who works extremely stiff, who cuts just okay promos. You know, he's not a Bray Wyatt in my mind. You know, even though they're the same type of talkative character. Bray Wyatt was the better version of whatever Matt Hardy was trying to do. And you could tell me I'm wrong, but I will say you're wrong. Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy, Christian, mid-tier wrestlers, bro. Their ability is there. I'm not knocking their ability, but they're just not as good as their contemporaries. And I will fight that point tooth and nail. If you're gonna tell me that Christian was as good as Chris Jericho, I'm just gonna have to disagree.
He decided he would not sign a new deal, and surprisingly, he left the WWE. He followed in the footsteps of childhood friend.
No, I'm not saying that Matt Hardy took the gimmick from Bray Wyatt. I'm saying that Bray Wyatt did the same type of gimmick as Matt Hardy, but did it better than he did.
Rhino and the Dudley Boys, who had all finished up with WWE that year, and they all headed off to TNA. It was happy families. At this point, TNA was desperately signing any ex-WWE person with name value. But the thing is, back then, they mostly got their signings right, and it improved their show. This was truly an exciting time for the small company. Christian was only 32 years old at the time of signing for TNA, and it was regarded as a good signing for them. Especially as he had a point to prove, and he wanted to show the WWE that he could carry a company and run as a main event talent.
My alien's not stupid. My alien's a world champ.
Did he succeed in proving his point? Let's find out. Christian debuted for TNA at their Genesis pay-per-view. He was now named Christian Cage, which is a name he wrestled under on the Indies at the start of his career. He was labelled by TNA as the biggest jump in their 3-year-plus history. Christian instantly declared that he'll be looking.
Okay. And I want you to answer me honestly. Christian, coming into TNA, was he as good a wrestler as AJ Styles? Was he as good a wrestler as no, god damn it. Why I think his name is Chris Sabin. Oh god, what the fuck? He was the bald dude. I'm not sure what his name was. But he was the bald dude. Are you going to tell me that Christian was as good or as a convincing wrestler as Samoa Joe or as Kurt Angle? But those are his contemporaries. You know? If he's going to be the upper card, I don't see him being that.
Looking to become the world champion in TNA. The other
A solid mid-card wrestler.
In their group, but Christian showed he...
Who's this guy? Robert Roode, right? Are you going to tell me that this isn't fucking wannabe Triple H? Are you going to tell me this isn't wannabe Triple H right now?
He wanted to be a leader, not a follower. TNA did a good job with his entrance and his music. It makes him feel like a big deal, and that's something Christian was definitely looking...
I will fight you tooth and nail. Kurt Angle is the greatest wrestler to ever wrestle in TNA. Hands down. He carried that business for, what, a decade or more?
Looking for in his new home. Cage is very keen to constantly tell everyone that he didn't come to TNA just because he got fired from the WWE. He actually wants to be here. His constant claiming that he'll be the next TNA World Champion angers Monty Brown, who has been positioned as the #1 challenger for a while in TNA. And of course, the heavyweight champion was a wild slapnuts of his. Come on, Jay!
Okay, I will say, Christian Cage is absolutely better than Jeff fucking Jarrett. The worst wrestler of all fucking time.
Jeff Jarrett.
I still think Kurt Angle in his prime, after he just got fired from WWE, versus Dolph Ziggler right now, I would put my money on Kurt Angle every time still. I still think Kurt Angle in his prime is a better wrestler than Dolph Ziggler. I think it's Nick Namath.
Christian instantly rubbed him the wrong way, telling him that every single person was bored of slapnuts. Christian originally used the nickname Captain Charisma, which he was known for in the WWE, and he ended most of his promos saying because that's how he rolls. After a month of running his mouth, he'd have his debut match against fellow Canadian Robert Roode. Despite having no backup, Christian certainly knew how to look after himself. It's somewhat unfortunate that Monty Brown suffered greatly with Christian arriving in TNA. Christian beat him on his first pay-per-view at Turning Point 2005. Christian is often remembered for his in-ring stuff, but his antics on the mic were so good they were overshadowing his in-ring stuff. As the feud with Slapnuts started to heat up, Christian cut a hilarious promo with Santa Claus where all of his presents are items that Jeff Jarrett would want. Tight white pants from 1985, a blonde wig, and a Don't Piss Me Off t-shirt, and said this isn't what a world champion should look like.
Don't piss me off! Wow, that's money!
Double C?
Now, whilst it felt like a title shot was imminent, it actually takes a while to get there. Jarrett and his troops are still too strong, and Jarrett is now aligned with Monty Brown. Not only that, but Sting has also joined TNA properly, and Sting was the bigger star at the time.
Oh man, okay, if I can be truly honest, I don't like Sting. I don't. I always preferred The Undertaker to Sting. Always. I didn't like Sting when he was the surfer dude. I didn't like Sting when he adopted the crow gimmick. I didn't like Sting in his later years in TNA. I didn't like Sting when he came back to the WWE. I have never liked Sting. Ever. But you know how people rationalize a character being the same type of character. I know now that The Undertaker is not the same type of character as Sting. But in my mind, they're always linked together because when I was a kid, I believed they were very similar characters.
This would prove to be a bit of a derail for Christian in his pursuit for the world title. Christian and Sting actually team up on pay-per-view, which is apparently the #1 moment in TNA history. I'm not sure why.
I still
but
don't like
Christian
them.
was named the #1 contender, and he was coming for Slapnuts at the Against All Odds pay-per-view. Jarrett kept proclaiming that he was going to send Christian back to the mid-card where he belonged. Ironic to come in for the greatest Memphis mid-carder of all time. This was all taking place during the peak of Jeff Jarrett's powers, as his reign of terror had people ripping out their short and curlies left, right and centre. Nobody could stomach this guy's dominance
what's
over the
her
world
name?
title, which Jeff had held for 110 days at this point, and he was on his 4th or 5th reign, depending on who you ask. Whilst their match together isn't exactly bad, it's hard to recommend any of the matches from this era. They all follow exactly the same routine. Interference, multiple ref bumps, kicks to the
I
nuts,
remember
slapping
that
straight.
chick. I just can't
And that's
remember her
usually
name.
What worked for Slappy, but not on this night. Christian kicked out the guitar shot, powerbomb Gail Kim, and hit Slappy.
Oh,
with the
that's her
Incarnation
name.
It
Gail
took about
Kim.
4 months for Christian to capture the title, which isn't too
Oh
bad.
no,
He
report
wasn't
me.
completely hot shot, but at the same time he didn't dump all over the TNA wrestlers. A nice touch with the winning celebrations is the crowd celebrating in the ring with Christian. It's a nice moment. He also cuts a scathing promo afterwards about all the people who have doubted his abilities. He was told for 8 years that he wasn't big enough, he was too ugly, and he didn't have it. Well, now look at him.
But bro, they really just need to put like the blue dot in front of his face. Just like this. Just watch. Just like this. Here we go. Here we go. Perfect. Oh, dude. I'm not interested in that.
I'm married. I have a wife. That's very inappropriate and disrespectful.
Oh god, fuck off, Phil. But anyway,
Christian
jokes
says the
aside.
belt is the most prestigious in this industry, and after 12 years of working his ass off, he'll finally go down with the past legends who've held this belt. His first challenge
Unfortunately,
would be
yeah.
the floundering Monty Brown. It feels a bit pointless considering Christian already beat him a couple of pay-per-views before.
What's the capital of Thailand? Bangkok!
It's a refreshing main event though to have, but annoyingly most shows still end with Jeff Jarrett's face. Christian's extremely popular at this point, his promos have this sort of cheeky charm to them and it's a lot of fun just hearing him talk. Anyway, Monty Brown pounces him off the stage so Christian goes into this one injured.
That
In the
is
match,
one of the
Christian kicks
worst
out of an
spears
alpha
I've
bomb and an
ever
F5 and
seen.
wins with the Umbrella, and just like that, Monty Brown is pretty much done. And it's not Christian's fault, Brown just arrived a year too late, as there were too many new stars in this company. Of course, the show goes off the air with slapnuts as usual. He says he's going to make Christian a transitional champion like Edge, as he will be the next challenger. Then Scott Steiner arrives in TNA and he aligns with Jeff Jarrett. It felt like a new star arrived almost weekly.
Oh god. TNA, I don't know what the fuck they were doing, but they let Scott Steiner be Scott Steiner. Scott Steiner math is the greatest promo of all time.
At this point. Things took a dramatic and bizarre turn though. James Mitchell must have been hitting the white stuff again as he stalked Christian's wife. He was outside her house and following her around shops. It was like someone had really enjoyed the Undertaker and DDP storyline for 2001. Apparently this was just happening because James Mitchell was offended that Christian had disappeared from TNA for a month and had gone off to make movies. Why is James Mitchell so offended about that? Seemingly this was a minor part in an action film called Shoot 'em Up. What a creative name for a film that is. It all leads to James Mitchell's #1 henchman Abyss beating up Christian on his own front lawn and around his house. Abyss fighting Christian in a pool is a real throwback to the Attitude Era Diva matches. No, I'm kidding. It was a very refreshing main event scene for TNA after it had been dominated by slapnuts for so many years. Christian is so annoyed that he agrees to put the belt up in a cage match against Abyss. Somewhere in the back, a Memphis mid-carder is flipping dimes into his nappy of anger at being jumped in the queue. Christian tries his best in this match to really make the cage match look brutal. He takes a powerbomb.
Now, you want to get a real controversial opinion. Abyss is one of the worst wrestlers of all time. Mankind did the gimmick better. Kane did the gimmick better. Just awful.
Bomb into the cage more than once.
I preferred his other gimmick, the corporate stooge. I thought that was funny.
Christian hits a sweet diving tornado DDT and of course an insane frog splash off the top of the cage. I don't know if it's just me, but a steel cage match just doesn't feel complete without someone doing a cage dive. Abyss throws the ref into the cage to make Christian fall off the top, which leads to Christian hitting a sunset flip powerbomb into the tax. Christian wins a fun match with the Umbrella into the thumbtacks. Ultimately, Abyss has the last laugh when he chokes out Christian and steals his title belt. Abyss is an idiot though and truly believes that he is the world champion now. Cage says that nobody wants to see Shrek as the heavyweight champion, and this leads to another pay-per-view match, this time a Full Metal Mayhem match for the title. They ain't playing in this Sacrifice pay-per-view either. Christian is suplexed onto a ladder. He also misses a frog splash onto the ladder. He's getting destroyed. He's yanked off the top through some tables.
No, but I told you, I have very milquetoast opinions of wrestling. I liked who I was told to like.
Christian
bro.
gives Abyss the
you
Umbrella on the ladder and gives Mitchell a Uranagi on the tax. It ends with Christian climbing the ladder and hitting a frog splash on Abyss for a table. Christian finally has his belt back. He might as well have not bothered, because although the first 6 months of Christian in TNA were impressive, I can't say the same for the next few months. Christian drops the belt through shenanigans to slapnut.
Nah, honestly, I never tried to, I never really tried to get, like, too invested into storylines and characters. I just tried to enjoy watching wrestling.
That's on the next pay-per-view. This was Earl Hebner getting involved in yet another screwjob angle. The fans dumped their nappies of anger and threw them at Slapnuts. Nobody could stand this anymore. Christian lost an Upper Contenders match to Sting and it just kept getting worse. This is the Christian is Sting's bitch storyline. Essentially, Christian wants to be his best
where
friend
he
and supports
belongs.
Sting's quest to beat Jarrett for the belt. A real backward step after Christian was a great part of the show. Christian said he originally didn't trust the Sting's intentions in TNA, but now he can see that Sting came back to make TNA the greatest wrestling promotion in the world to pave the road for guys like Christian. The whole time, Christian sounds like an absolute dog. The crowd are now booing Christian.
Pretty much.
Steiner's in Jarrett's corner too, which leads to some amazing promos from Steiner on Christian. Steiner vows to send Christian back to Mexico North. Sting finally began to trust Christian enough and allowed him to have his back at Hard Justice. Christian did everything he could during the match to make the match fair by taking out Scott Steiner and hitting Slapnuts with a chair. But randomly at the end of the match, when Sting was about to dive on Slapnuts, Christian decked Sting with the guitar. A really nice but completely random spot as Christian turns heel after helping Sting the entire match. It would later be justified that Cage changed his mind about Sting during the match as he felt Sting didn't deserve it as he didn't have the passion during the match. Christian was now a heel who claimed that he was God. Christian's friend Rhino took offence to that line and his actions. Christian tried to shut him up by bringing up all their history where Christian had genuinely been a friend to Rhino. Christian asked Rhino to hit him with a chair, which Rhino refused to do. He moved on to bring up that he's become a far bigger star than Rhino, and Rhino is just jealous. Rhino starts punching him, which leads
Bro, why are Rhino's arms so small?
To Christian giving him a one-man concerto. This is a feud that has a lot of potential, as there's a lot of history here, as it's two guys who are friends, so they could come up with some good stuff. They also have lots of photos from their childhood. Christian is one of those guys that can do good work, heel or face. It's his mannerisms, he can make you hate him. This feud with Rhino will continue with a pay-per-view match at No Surrender 2000.
I'll say that, he is a good heel.
It's actually just a normal singles match, but it's filled
I'd
with
never
weapon
liked
usage
him,
because this
so
is
he's
TNA.
good at that.
They do a concussion storyline with Rhino after Christian gives him an implant DDT on the ramp, but Christian shows no mercy and finishes him off with an umbrella on a chair. Kurt Angle joins TNA. Christian faces Samoa Joe for the title on Impact, which you'd think is something they'd want to save for the pay-per-view. At this point, they start highlighting the fact that Christian has never been pinned and has never submitted in TNA, which is why it's appropriate that he faces the undefeated Samoan submission machine. Christian's unable to regain the world title after Rhino interferes in the match and gives Samoa Joe the victory. They will meet again at Bound for Glory in an 8-mile street fight. No, Eminem isn't here, but it is in Detroit, the home of the War Machine. I think they missed a trick here, not having Christian do some Slim Shady impressions. He did raps in the WWE. The promo package is a rip-off version of Lose Yourself playing. This is another good match full of hard-hitting stuff. Who would have ever thought that Christian Cage succeeded in such a hardcore environment? Cage locks Rhino in a straitjacket but can't land the concerto. Rhino recovers and hits a Rhino driver off the apron and through a table. Rhino is able to gore Christian through the table. The umbrella on the table doesn't get the job done. Christian covers Rhino in trash and smashes the trash into Rhino time and time again, and that is how it ends. They have one other major match together in a barbed wire cage match. This match is used to promote TNA's move to prime time. Christian takes his licks in this barbed wire match and the crowd are absolutely loving it. Rhino gives Christian a big time TKO on top of chairs. Unfortunately, Rhino throws Christian out the cage and this gives Christian the win. I can't help but feel that these matches were really fun and hardcore, but the story was lacking a bit. I would have expected a bit more stuff to be used from their past to really push the boundaries in this feud. It's a really nice feud overall, it just could have been better. As the feud wraps up, that wraps up Cage's first year in TNA. It's a pretty good first year.
That was a good bump.
How hardcore Christian Cage became. Despite winning the world title once in his first year, I don't feel like he quite established him as a main event guy, as it was clear that people like Sting, Slapnuts, Joe and Angle were seen as a bigger deal at the time. Quite honestly, they overshadowed him. Following my comments, Christian must have been sulking because he decided to hire some backup to improve his chances. Tyson Tomko debuted with TNA. He had previously been associated with Christian in the WWE too. He was the problem solver. Christian felt more confident now and started making world title challenges again. He won the belt in a triple threat at Final Resolution 2007 with a frog splash to the back of Sting. Christian becomes a 2-time NWA Heavyweight Champion. I hope he's ready to make some defences because there's some big hitters in TNA now, and it doesn't get any harder than his first challenger being Kurt Angle. They decide to go down the route that Christian has a special advisor and Kurt Angle's randomly trying to find out if it's Bill Goldberg or Brock Lesnar. This goes on for a few weeks, and I wouldn't normally associate Scott Steiner with the word letdown, but yeah, Steiner is the special advisor. That is a letdown compared to Goldberg or Brock Lesnar in TNA. It's interesting, with Jarrett taking a break, it feels like Christian takes up the cowardly heel role, except he's less annoying than Jarrett. Shockingly, Christian Cage is able to beat Angle on pay-per-view, which might surprise you considering Angle is pretty new to the company. I guess that's what happens when someone hits you in the throat with a pipe. Christian's next problem was that his two big men hated each other. Steiner thought Tomko was a redneck and Tomko said Steiner was a loudmouth. Christian was deluded and thought they were all an inseparable happy family and he dubbed them the Christian Coalition. Steiner was constantly in an uncontrollable rage. At the same time, Tomko was the number one contender, but Christian kept stringing him along. Samoa Joe is the next challenger at Destination X 2007, which unfortunately doesn't have much of a story other than Christian as a dick. This one was booked like a complete afterthought, and then Christian had possibly his best TNA match against him. Joe isn't undefeated at this point, but strangely, Christian still is. It has to be one of the weirdest undefeated streaks ever. It's hardly ever mentioned. Christian has lost loads of matches, but they've all been multi-man matches where he didn't end up taking a pin or submit. Christian wins the match. There's a big War Games match coming up now, Christian's coalition taking on Kurt Angle's men. Christian is worried about Angle and Joe, so he has the Monster Abyss added to his group. He persuaded Abyss to do it by saying that he could offer Abyss family. AJ Styles was also seen hanging around with Christian a lot at this time. Seemingly he was too wacky and had nothing better to do. It turns out that Christian had been persuading all of these guys to back him up by promising each of them separate title shots. It's a pretty compelling storyline because he's handing out so many title shots it's hard to see how he can escape from the situation. Tomko is the one who's most annoyed about the situation. Angle and Christian's sides both have an argument over who gets Tomko. Tomko ends up joining Christian's side, even though it makes no sense, because he doesn't even like Christian. He thinks he's annoying and he keeps denying him a title shot. The Lockdown Wargames match doesn't go well for the Christian Coalition because Slapnuts returns with his little guitar and hits Abyss. At least Jarrett doesn't get the pin. This means the Stinger is the next title challenger. Abyss keeps losing matches, so Christian Cage kicks him out the Coalition. They kill the monster with chair shots and a barbed wire baseball bat, and finally Christian hits the concerto into barbed wire. The following week, Christian and his troops attack Kurt Angle in the same brutal manner. Christian is trying to eliminate his challengers. Christian often teams with AJ Styles around this time. They have this really weird dynamic like a father and son. AJ cuts really bad promos like a little child. It's like he's turned into a complete idiot. He really looked up to Christian and went along with everything he says. Christian is a master manipulator. It's like they had forgotten that AJ had already held this belt multiple times before all of this. It's now determined that Christian must defend the belt in a triple threat. At the Sacrifice pay-per-view, he has to face Sting and Kurt Angle. And the match ends in a bit of a screwy way of Christian being pinned by Sting whilst Angle taps Sting out. It's ruled in the end that Angle has won the world title. So as usual, Christian lost the match without being pinned or submitted. The weirdest undefeated streak continues. Angle tries to celebrate his title the next week with the crowd loudly chanting "We want Christian." Then Cornette changes his mind and strips Angle of the belt. Behind the scenes, TNA had a little falling out with the NWA. The NWA had stripped Christian of the belt behind the scenes. Even though Christian defended the physical belts, the NWA didn't recognise it. A tournament was created to crown the first ever TNA heavyweight champion. Tomko seemingly really enjoyed Christian losing the belt. He suggested Christian go back to tag matches. Christian is adamant he's not a tag team wrestler. Jim Cornette is really not a fan of how Christian conducts his business. Cornette gives AJ a match against Tomko. This causes AJ to throw a tantrum like a little baby. Christian is still technically friends with both guys at this point, but this kind of ends their friendship because Christian helps AJ win. Tomko is looking for Christian backstage, who is hiding behind a desk and pretending to be a receptionist. Tomko notices him and he's about to throttle him, but Motormouth Christian talks his way out of it by bringing up how he gave Tomko his wrestling career. Somehow he keeps managing to talk Tomko around. Cornette puts Christian in a match against the returning monster Abyss. This is pretty big due to what Christian did to Abyss 2 months earlier, and Christian has to win the match to get another title match. Unfortunately, Abyss is an idiot and he gets himself DQ'd. At Slammiversary, Christian took some pretty big falls off the ladder, but ultimately, his title match is won by Angle as he's crowned the first TNA heavyweight champion. Kurt Angle's first title defense is this really cool but random match. It's a triple threat against Rhino and Christian, but the match runs almost the entire length of Impact. Officially, this match runs for 43 minutes. Somehow, this crowd are hyper for the whole thing. That shows the kind of guys that we've got here. Abyss chases Christian away from the match, with the Coalition attacking Abyss backstage. Christian returns to the ring, almost stealing a pin after Rhino gores Angle through a table. Ultimately, a combination of the Wildcat Chris Harris and Abyss take Christian away from the action, and it's eventually won by Angle. The Christian Coalition, which is now just Tomko and Styles and Christian, continue to hang around with each other. Christian and AJ are completely insane, and Tomko seems to be the only sane person in the building. Christian says he's the only star in TNA. AJ asks him if he's got star quality. Christian tells him, "Don't worry son, you have potential," and AJ jumps up and down giddy with happiness. AJ has daddy issues and Christian's encouraging it. Every week it's the same idiotic stuff. I can't believe the phenomenal AJ Styles has resorted to this. It seems it wasn't just Monty Brown who was affected by Christian in TNA in a negative way. I'm getting distracted, but I'm sorry, it's completely insane. It needs its own video.
See, I told you, he was so bad he was making everybody worse in response.
WWE told TNA they needed to stop using the Captain Charisma nickname, so instead they started calling him the Instant Classic. Christian ends up in the mid-card and he's very unhappy about this as he has to face Chris Harris. He rants to Jim Cornette saying he doesn't know who Chris Harris even is.
And now we have Chris Harris? Well, I got a quick question for you. Who in the hell is Chris Harris? Chris Harris is gonna be a bona fide superstar just from breathing the same air as the champ. You are gonna have to put your biggest name, and in case you forgot, it's me, the Instant Classic, Christian Cage, back in the main event.
You asked a question, I'm gonna answer it. You wanna know who Chris Harris is?
Chris Harris.
Braden Walker. And I'm gonna knock your brains out.
And not to dump on Harris, because I love Harris, but it's a downgrade for Christian. Interestingly, Abyss does manage to beat Christian in a number one contenders match, but as usual Christian is not pinned or submitted. It's a first blood match. It's a small measure of revenge for Abyss, but Christian is shoved out the way by Angle. It feels like Christian has been downgraded. I'd say that's about right. Now back to talking about winning streaks. Christian's winning streak finally comes to an end, and that incredible moment would be at Bound for Glory 2007 against Samoa Joe. Christian's streak lasted 23 months compared to Samoa Joe's, which is 18 months. I think it's because Joe was dominant throughout his streak, whereas Christian snuck a lot of his wins or kept out of the way when his team lost a match. Sure, Christian won plenty, but he didn't feel dominant. Still incredibly interesting though, because Joe's streak is the only one to ever be mentioned. The Muscle Buster and the Kokida Clutch finally make Christian tap out. Now away from the title, one of my favourite things that Christian does in TNA is his mini feud with Kaz. Kaz was a guy who TNA saw something in, but he was a pretty blank slate personality wise. It turned out he and Christian had excellent in-ring chemistry and they had a couple of bangers, most notably on pay-per-view in a ladder match. In a really classy move, Christian actually put Kaz over in this ladder match. Christian's final year in TNA was easily his worst. He hardly even felt like a main event guy anymore. He spent large parts of the year directionless and in filler matches. AJ Styles and Tomko started hanging around world champion Kurt Angle and they helped him win matches. Seemingly they wanted to be closer to the world title. But they also still liked Christian. It created a conflict of interest because Christian and Angle didn't like each other and didn't want to be on the same team. Christian challenged for Angle's belt at Final Resolution 2008 and shockingly AJ Styles got involved and attacked Christian, giving Angle the win. Soon Tomko and Styles would completely leave Christian and instead form the Angle Alliance. I'm pretty sure Tomko never liked Christian anyway. Christian was on his own, and honestly you can pretty much skip the rest of his TNA run. Well, excluding the last month. He was involved in a bunch of random matches with no story. But when Booker T joined TNA, business picked up. Booker didn't really like any of the young guys. He would regularly run them down, which Christian took offence to. Booker seemed to give Christian a truckload of jokes to crash into him with. This feud also delivered one of my favourite TNA promos of all time, with Christian comparing Booker T to Lil Jon and doing funny impressions. We honestly didn't see enough of this funny stuff in his 3-year stay.
Can you ask me a question, Little Jon? Yeah!
I'm serious.
You're serious? Okay!
Christian!
What?
The TNA frontline was fighting the main event Mafia. Christian didn't want to join either side though because he felt like he related to both sides. The young guys were ultimately too dorky for him. Both Booker T and AJ were trying to get him to choose a side. He could have fitted in either faction. He refused to side with either side even when asked point blank. Cornette made the three of them have a triple threat match at Bound for Glory and I just really loved this match for some reason. It's a nice blend of styles. It was sure better than a Christian Cage and a pole match. Booker T wins an incredibly fun triple threat match where all three guys worked really well together. Find and check this one out because it's not one that's brought up very often. The time finally comes when Christian's hand is forced to make a decision at Turning Point 2008. Booker T faces him and puts his Legends title up, but if Christian lost the match he would be forced to join the main event Mafia, and lose he did. Christian just couldn't seem to get a result against the Booker man. But Christian didn't join the Mafia. Kurt Angle revealed he'd heard rumours that WWE had made Christian an offer and he thinks Christian is going to accept that offer. Christian is punking out on both the Mafia and the young guys, so the Mafia give him a going away present and ass kicking. Christian was done with TNA, ending his 3-year stay. Christian was back on WWE telly 3 months later. They put him on ECW. I think the WWE viewed Christian as slightly better when he returned. He had 2 heavyweight title reigns in the end. Neither of them were exactly good, but it's possibly more than he would have got if he'd stuck around. Christian Cage in TNA was a good thing as he was one of the first people to make the jump and he showed that wrestlers could have a career away from the WWE. He probably encouraged more wrestlers to make the jump in the future. Year 1 in TNA was excellent. He had the crowd behind him as a babyface, great matches and promo, and strangely a lot of hardcore stuff. Year 2 was also good, but wow, what a strange undefeated streak. The stuff with Kurt Angle, Stars and Tomko started getting a bit silly, and you could see that Christian was getting a bit bogged down by year 3 of all the stars TNA were able to sign. I still think it's a damn shame Christian was unable to capture the TNA heavyweight title, just the NWA one twice. The main thing to take away from this video was that Christian was the star we all needed when the Reign of Terror was driving us all nuts. He was something fresh and completely new which changed up the main event scene. Christian Cage would return to TNA in 2012 for one night as he announced the #1 moment in TNA history. That tag match he did with Sting at Final Resolution. A strange choice, but I guess it might be seen as a moment that TNA became a more serious contender with 2 big stars here. Christian Cage looked like he wanted to be any place but the Impact Zone in 2012. TNA were only able to get him as they agreed to let Ric Flair do some WWE stuff in return. Christian also wrestled 5 matches for Impact in 2021. He captured the Impact World title from Kenny Omega on AEW telly, which is all just a bit mad. At the age of 50, he's still going strong in AEW, where he's considered one of the top heels in the company, and he's also the current TNT champion. People are just shocked by how good this guy still is. How much longer will Christian Cage go on, I don't know, but I'm sure he's pretty happy to have Edge in AEW with him. And he deserves it, because he's made us all happy by beating Slapnuts and being associated with the most fondly remembered period of TNA.
Oy.
He's an instant classic.
Alright, my opinion of Christian has not changed. But, this was a good video. This was very informative. A lot of the stuff I either blocked out or just completely forgot or didn't know. So, big ups, bro. That was a good video. Alright, back to Slapnuts here.
I know.
Use the American processed cheese.
That's
the cheap
terrible.
stuff. I have other cheeses, but for this burger, I am not using it. Hashtag go easy on Google on the comment section. You know what I'm talking about, all the cheese police. For the buns, I am using brioche buns.
Those look
If
great.
you don't have brioche buns available in your area, you can also make Guga's buns. It's quite similar, but
Oh my
I'm
god.
not here out to teach you how to cook shit, so, you know.
Okay,
But
yeah,
sorry.
nah. Dude, this guy is fucking terrible. This guy is awful. This guy is awful.
Shut it, man! Alright, the squad. Who's ready to delve into a bit more of Billy Corgan's NWA?
Good
You seem
lord,
to
Billy
really enjoy the
Corgan is
pay-per-view review
terrible.
that I did, so why not? NWA is a 75-year-old company which has mostly been dead for a long time, even though the name is still recognisable and historical. They had a brief revival in the late 2010s,
Hot
with Billy
buns,
Corgan leading the show in a
butter
more serious
buns.
direction, and Nick Aldis trying to restore
But
respect
I
to
just-
promotion.
I'm not
But
interested.
then AEW, WWE
Oh,
hoovered up
shit.
all their best talent. Nick Aldis left, and Billy Corgan seemed to lose the plot a bit. Whilst history will probably end up showing that the
Where's my
recent
chair
pay-per-view
stuff?
was the knockout blow. I recently reviewed that, by
hell?
the way, so check it out if you didn't know. Some
There we go.
insane stuff on there. But what I'm going to show you today is the start of the sickness, the lethal poison, and when people stopped watching.
Dude,
Alright, it's Tyrus, the NWA virus.
I hate this guy. He's one of the
You
dumbest
all know
people.
Tyrus. He's a presenter on Fox News. And for the record, no, I don't know or care what his political views are. He was the dancing super heavyweight in the WWE, and in TNA he was the security for ET3 and Matt Hardy. Nobody ever really viewed him as anything more than those roles, and that was fine. That was until the NWA changed the game. Coming into 2021, there was a little bit of optimism around the NWA company. They'd just come off the popular
See, I feel Christian. This is what Christian wanted to be. You know, he wanted to be Zack Ryder. You know, with his charisma, his ability to talk on the mic, his, you know, aura, just with Christian's ability to work in the ring. If he had this look about him, he probably would have done better. But I never bought Christian as anything other than a mid-card
10 pounds
wrestler.
of gold series with Nick Aldis.
Matt
The crowd
Cardona,
returned.
on the other hand, I absolutely believe could have been better
And
than
after
he
the
was.
crunching
But he
era.
was
They did
he
still
was
have some good wrestlers on the
underutilized.
roster, but then Tyrus arrived on the back for the Attack pay-per-view. He immediately complained that nobody set up an interview with him, but he's used to being disrespected anyway. As he walks off, it's clear that he can barely walk. He faces a miniature version of himself called Kratos. It's in his first match that you really understand the direction this company is going in.
Oh,
I
God.
cannot remember the last time I saw a match end with a simple smash in the corner and one elbow drop. It's very different to current wrestling styles, and I am somebody who believes in being different to stand out, but the biggest wrestling sin is being boring, and this match was certainly that. The Pope, D'Angelo De Niro, was the TV champion, which seemed like a smart move from the company, but Tyrus and his old man manager Austin Idol have set their sights on the Pope's title. Whilst in the NWA, Tyrus will be a part
You
of some
really
wacky
get that-
faction run by this
that
man.
classic
His manager
feel
proclaims that
with
Tyrus
this.
is going to the top, and he will win the heavyweight title. Tyrus is using a tongue and death grip choke slam as a finisher. We're told it's called the Nuff Said, and his manager says there's going to be trouble if people don't call it that. It's never called that again for the rest of this run. After first facing the Pope in a boring time limit draw which went 6 minutes and 5 seconds by the way, the manager kept getting involved. They met again on pay-per-view at When Our Shadows Fall. Ooh, edgy name right there. For some reason the title isn't on the line. Either blue is a bad colour for him, or Tyrus is at his heaviest at this point. Pope does surprisingly kick out the Tong and chokeslam. Pope also hits his finisher, but the manager distracts him and Tyrus punches Pope in the throat with some brass knuckles and it's over. Not good. We then complete our trio of terrible matches with another TV title match. This time it has a different result. In the NWA, if you hold the NWA TV title and you defend it 7 times, you can trade it in for a World Heavyweight title shot. The Lucky 7. This is the Pope's 7th defence. The manager cheats as usual. There's a ref bump. Pope has it won, but no ref. Tyrus hits the heart punch and the ref is woken up to count the 3, and Tyrus is the new TV champion. It looks like he swallowed a beach ball to be fair, and the match sucked. And this title reign just keeps on going as wrestler after wrestler falls victim to Tyrus and his crew of wacky villains. I'm going to tell my kids this was Alexander Hammerstone and Jonathan Gresham. Tyrus keeps on rolling with the TV title defences, but they're all boring mostly, and they're all against his friends in nothing matches. 2022 starts with a TV title defence against Rodney Mack, the Mack Militant. Tyrus's manager proclaims that Tyrus is going to wrestle the pay-per-view on his own, and he's going to show what he's
We get quite the eccentric people.
all about. Not much from the evidence so far. The comments keep telling us that Tyrus has lost weight as he lumbers around the ring barely moving. Mack does suplex him from the top, so that's something, but Tyrus is too fat and Mack can't roll him over to make the pin. Tyrus literally punches him once in the gut and hits the heart punch for the 3. It's hard to enjoy any of this.
I don't know.
And if you were pissed off after buying this pay-per-view, it got worse later that night. Because in the main event, the special referee is a wild slapnuts appearance.
Jeff Jarrett.
Oh, God,
Slappy is everywhere, in every promotion, in every decade. Now, then, and forever slapnuts. Now we get the Tyrus Body Slam Challenge. Tyrus is so large that it's seen as a massive accomplishment if you can pick him up and slam him. But the key is, you only have 3 chances to try and slam him. The crowd is in silence. Both wrestlers slowly walk around the ring staring into space. The manager causes the wrestler to cry, and then Tyrus heart punches him and gets DQ'd. A very stupid match. It wasn't like the guy was suddenly going to be able to slam him. 2 weeks after that, they do another slam challenge. A wrestler called Mims manages to slam Tyrus to earn a TV title shot. But before he can have that shot, a jobber who looks like Enzo Amore also competes in the Tyrus Slam Challenge. I don't know why they did it again after the gimmick was made dead by the last guy beating Tyrus. Tyrus gets DQ'd, so he had 3 matches and not won a single one of these. This whole time he's walking around in...
They're really stupid. They did it backwards. They should have had the small guy go in and try it, and then the big guy come in behind him and slam him.
Filthy looking sweatpants. It looks so low budget. Tyrus has now been the TV champion for over a year as he faces Mims on pay-per-view. Fortunately not in a slam match. After a very long plodding affair, Mims once again slams Tyrus. I guess they thought this would be like when Hogan slammed Andre. But Tyrus kicked out the pin and eventually hit the fart punch for the win. I'm not sure how anybody could be enjoying this. Tyrus continued dominating the TV title scene with defence after defence. A man with a blue beard just didn't stand a chance. Nobody could stand up to the might of the American Smash Tyrus. He was on a streak like Bill Goldberg, and it didn't feel like this unstoppable train was getting derailed anytime
Let's calm
soon.
down with
until it
like
did.
that, bro, please.
At the NWA 74 pay-per-view, Billy Corgan wanted to make the biggest main event possible, so he made a world title match with Tyrus challenging for Trevor Murdoch's belt. It's clear that this is only happening because the NWA think Tyrus is a big-time star. They tell us he's seen by millions of people every day as a host on Fox News, which doesn't equally qualify him as a brilliant wrestler. If anything, Trevor Murdoch proves that a tubby wrestler can still actually do cool things in the ring. Tyrus spends the match slowly pondering around. The key here is that Tyrus has not cashed in his TV title Lucky 7, and so regardless of the outcome of this match, he will be able to have another heavyweight title shot afterwards. Trevor considers getting DQ'd, but doesn't, and almost pays for it with a heart punch, but kicks out. Strangely, Tyrus also refuses the temptation to cheat. Murdoch smacks him in the slash zone and hits his finisher, the diving bulldog, twice. The mighty Tyrus finally loses. It's over. The reign of terror is done. Oh no. Oh no, little friends. We're only just getting started, and it's about to get a whole lot worse. In the post-match, Tyrus turns from face to heel. Murdoch tries to show him respect, which causes Tyrus to rage quit, and he flips a table on top of Velvet Sky.
You were thrown into a position that you weren't prepared for. But for 6 weeks, dog. No, don't you stop. It's what a bitch.
Tyrus does cash in his Lucky 7 at Hard Times 2022, and there's a triple threat match for the world title. Murdoch defends against Mid Cardona and Tyrus. It's only 10 minutes, which is great because it's boring. Tyrus spends the match fighting off 2 men because he's a hero. He wins with the Tongan Death Grip Choke Slam, and he is the world champion, and there's collective gasp in the crowd. Really? Tyrus is the holder of the top belt in this 75-year-old promotion. Really? The entire Austin Idol faction have all the belts. I'm getting Slapnuts vibes. More surprise.
Well, that was a first. The first guy to ever get timed out. Congrats.
Surprising them this massive last-minute judgment by the NWA is the fact that the belt actually fits around the waist of Tyrus. I wonder how much grease they had to rub on him to get that on. Tyrus tries to cut a promo talking about how he will be a fighting champion whilst his clueless manager doesn't know where the hard camera is, and he blocks almost the entire promo. It truly is amateur hour here. Next on pay-per-view, it's Matt Cardona. Tyrus's music sounds like somebody repeatedly farting into a trombone. Very appropriate. This match could have an interesting dynamic with a weird choice of Cardona.
He looks like
being the
somebody
heel and Tyrus
farted
is the
into
face.
a trombone.
I thought Tyrus was a heel. It's so hard to follow what he's doing. Then you realise that this match is taking place in the basement of a preschool gym. Talking of not drawing a dime, Mike Graham's daughter is in attendance. The crowd don't know who to cheer. Now this match wasn't exactly going well, but then we got a ref bump and for some reason a tiny comedy wrestler runs out of a chair. Tyrus suplexes him across the ring for probably the high point of this match.
No, Jeff Jarrett wants to be Vince, but he has none of the talent. Dude, we need to do just one stream where we just do wrestling stuff, right? I want to see what the fuck did Billy Corgan actually do to TNA to ruin it so bad. Because that was the time I was outside of wrestling, and I was just on the periphery, right? But I had heard that this dude bought TNA.
Dona lands a bunch of weapon shots, which doesn't end it because Tyrus has a padded head. The same ref gets bumped again just so Mike Knox can interfere with a crossbody on Tyrus. How can our hero survive
I don't do a lot of
these
wrestling either. Honestly, I haven't watched wrestling in a long time. So a lot of my opinions are of like 10, 11 years ago.
Well, Bully Ray comes to our hero's aid and he kills Mike Knox. Tyrus hits the Tongan choke slam and he's still the champion. Bully Ray cuts
Mike
promo
Knox is a
praising
wrestler
Tyrus'
still?
career and saying that we have to respect him for what he's done. No, we don't. Tyrus offers him a title shot. It feels like they really are trying to make Tyrus likeable here as he had to fight off several people. Bully Ray would never have a title shot. Around this time, Fox News was using clips of him during the Super Bowl. The wrestling world was also starting to catch on to the fact that Tyrus was the NWA Heavyweight Champion, and they took to trolling the NWA and Corgan's social media. People were in disbelief that the company could be this dumb. Some people weren't trolling though. There were those who were genuinely angry and cancelled their NWA subscriptions. Tyrus actually does acknowledge this in several promos. He says none of the internet fans could get out their mum's basements to be in the arena to see how he's actually getting on during the show. I can't tell if this guy's meant to be heel or face. Well, if the internet fans did indeed tune in to check out Power, they would see Tyrus defending his belt against another comedy actor, Orlando Freeman, in the main event too. It's so wacky and stupid. If this guy can get a title shot, how can anybody take any of this serious? Tyrus wrestled him in his sleeping clothes. He wins in 2 minutes with an elbow drop, whilst EC3 and Tyrus' former manager Black Cheese watch on. Tyrus also got to wrestle in Mexico City against Darga, probably the biggest crowd he'd wrestled in front of in years. The stadium was still half empty though. It's hard to comprehend Tyrus headlining any pay-per-view, let alone in AAA. Unfortunately, Darga was too busy thinking about missing Tessa Blanchard's ass cheeks to concentrate on the match, and it makes him a loser. Normally when the Hawk does it in the gym, it helps me. Perhaps there's a time and a place. The match only goes 5 minutes because Darga messed his leg up and Tyrus beat him with one simple elbow drop. What a mess. So it's a horrible chain of main event pay-per-view matches, and it's not going to get any better as he faces wrestling Jesus Chris Adonis. The problem with Tyrus is that despite his size, he never seems to look intimidating. All his matches are slow corner attacks with no intensity, probably because he's gassed up. You'd think with his size he could hit some cool power moves, but we never even see more than one overhead suplex per match. As wrestling fans, we've become accustomed to something cool happening regularly to keep our attention. Good luck with this.
Oh god,
Tyrus
he just
main event
mashed his
matches rarely
nards,
feature
bro.
anything
His
cool.
balls are
In a different
gone.
era, maybe this works, but not here. Adonis puts on his Adonis lock, but Tyrus is so fat that he slops backwards on top of him for the free. The monster was bored of the lack of heavyweight challengers, so he set his sights on the Crockett Cup, which was a historic tag team tournament. This meant that Tyrus was off TV for large chunks of time and the company solely focused on tournament matches. After 1 month, the champion had showed back up on telly. He had finally chosen a tag team partner for this tournament. It was decided he would team with Chris Adonis as they felt they were closely matched up. Adonis didn't want to be his partner. This was honestly such a horrible few months in the company as the budget slipped and things seemed to be getting wackier and wackier. They eventually reluctantly team up with each other against Doom 2.0. Maybe this could be good, maybe it's a way for Tyrus to work in short bursts and not get too exhausted. It does seem to go a little bit better with the short burst strategy, but it ends in a count out. And on to the actual pay-per-view tournament at the Crockett Cup pay-per-view we go. And if you're a fan of Tyrus, this is the show for you, as he pulls triple duty. Jesus wept. Father James Mitchell and his miserable tag team take on Tyrus and Adonis, who have randomly been given the name the Midnight Riders. In the first match, he's only in the ring for half a minute before the other team get DQ'd.
Okay, yeah, I'm done with this guy.
In the second match, they take on a...
What the actual fuck? This is like all the mid-90s fucking B-side wrestlers. Instead of The Undertaker, it's just like Gravedigger. Alright, let's watch this one video here.
Edit. It's Kendrick Lamar.
Woke up, I look at the computer say, Floyd said, fuck T.I., fuck Nelly, fuck 50. I'm like, what did he say fuck me for?
It's complete happenstance. I'm super famous now. I'm gonna have to change my name and live in a gated community. I'm gonna probably get a wife. I'll probably have a bankruptcy. And I'll probably defraud the government. I'll refuse to pay my taxes and I'll go into default.
Nelly fucked your first baby mama, Melissa, then took your fucking fiance. Say fuck that nigga.
Hey, Tyler, it's me, Nardwar. I have a gift for you, finally. One more gift. What is it? It is Twink.
I've been a millionaire for all of 30 seconds. Thank you for all your contributions to my fantastical life.
Yeah, boyfriend. Yeah, amigo. Dan Vegas. Do, nigga.
No.
Oh.
No.
He fell through the stage, bro.
No. Nigga.
Oh, what is God, this dude.
The cross on your forehead signify?
It's a knife.
I don't care about no motherfucking none of that shit. Nigga, I'm talking about niggas ain't available to get the shit. Niggas sitting here talking about I will send it. Fuck out of here, nigga. Why? When I can hand it, you get your bandana wherever.
No, it's a joke. I'm not anything.
I don't kiss fans anymore, but
like I should be slapping this shit out your frail ass. Stand up. Skinny ass, bitch ass nigga, sit down. Fuck is wrong with you? Fucking hacking on my shit, motherfucking leaking my music. Nigga, that's my goddamn job. Goddamn fucking up relationship with goddamn other motherfuckers that I fuck with, old bitch ass nigga.
You thought niggas was gonna fuck?
I am.
Then this bitch ass nigga got screenshots out of my goddamn Instagram.
I work and pay bills.
Like, fucking, like, what the fuck, bro? Like, talking like hoes and shit. Like, I screenshot
yeah, go ahead,
like, trying to get me in trouble with my hoes.
Just
like,
no,
like
explicit links.
Thank you all for being here today. To my mom's side of the family, I say Shabbat Shalom. And to my dad's side of the family, I say, what's up?
This is a special ASLELS challenge for you, Floyd. If you can read one full page of a Harry Potter book, nigga, I'll give $750,000 to whatever charitable organization you want to. Fuck the bucket of ice, man.
When they first...
I love 50 Cent. He's such a good comedian.
First told me about this, I was like, nah, that's weird. I don't really fuck with niggas. Rocky cool, but I don't know. And then time went on, and then niggas was like, why not? And now look at us.
Yo, this guy is weird, man. But guess what? We going on tour. We about to kill shit. You already?
You heard it first. Anything else cool to say?
A weirdo, but I'm rare though. Nah, that was pretty corny.
Yeah, that was
lame as
garbage.
fuck.
Oh. Okay, so what do you want me to call you?
Just call me X. X or Young Dagger Dick.
Young? You want me to call you Young Dagger Dick?
Young Dagger Dick.
You want me to say and call you Young Dagger Dick?
Young Dagger Dick.
I don't think I'm gonna do that. I will call you X. What does that mean?
How do you?
Young Dagger Dick or X?
I could imagine what Young Dagger Dick means.
But in many ways more profoundly devastating is the lasting damage to the survivors
This
who
was
to rebuild
so
and remain in the area.
awkward.
The destruction of the spirit of the people of southern Louisiana and Mississippi may end up being the most tragic loss of all.
Oh,
George Bush doesn't care about black people.
Look at his face, bro.
Black and Jewish, don't be so foolish. I'm black and Jewish, it's a mitzvah. Please don't forget I'm black. Please don't forget I'm Jewish. I play ball like LeBron and I know what a W2 is.
I'm fighting over beat.
Bro, there's some definite bugged fight mechanics there. Definite delay frames.
My increments by 10%, and don't forget the chips and dip and fish and shrimp.
Let these niggas know.
I've never been a big fan of Tyler, the Creator, but you really gotta give it up for somebody who's just unabashedly themselves.
Fuck, shit, damn, yeah, shit.
Guys, we're talking about rap right now, and these very prolific rappers. If you could stop talking and talk about just the rappers, that would be okay. That would be great. Actually, it's against the rules for not. No, I'm kidding. Fuck you, Darkside Phil.
He's my favorite.
Stop.
Babe, look at me. You look so pretty. Look at me. Ooh. Ooh, what's that sexy thing right there?
With like goldfish in my teeth?
It's like, no, I'm just kidding.
What?
Hold up, hey yo, 50, I heard you was looking for me, shorty. What's the story? You don't want it with this gorilla warty. Hold up, nigga. Nah, hold up. I'm playing, that's my nigga. I'm playing. How y'all gonna stop the beat when I'm playing with the nigga? I know where we at right now.
A face reveal for
dresses and all that other shit, but I can't.
For me, think of Hagrid. Think of Hagrid, but like 2 feet shorter.
Make a joke about that. That's the homie. You heard the nigga? The nigga wanna have y'all.
Cause isn't Hagrid's like 8 foot tall, right?
Yeah, so I told the nigga I ain't want to rap because I'm tired. So a nigga start having fun. Y'all gonna cut a nigga off. All right. Yo, 50, I don't want no problems, bro. Listen to me right now, bro. I've been doing push-ups and shit. So if you come at me, my nigga, just know I've been eating my Wheaties, all right? I've been eating my Wheaties. Come on, man.
Ninja skills.
Badass bitch. Big ass titties, man.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say big. I'm a I don't know how to describe myself.
Size of a fucking minivan. Woo! Listen.
It's a big ass gun.
Y'all niggas got problems? Then y'all do it. So much fucking money in my pockets, I fucking walk stupid. Hold up, watch out.
Stupid, yo.
Bad bitch, look good in some nice pants. Bet my bitch look good in some nice pants. Niggas see me, they be like, shit, goddamn, AK-47 tucked in that nigga nice pants. Hold up. Y'all got a little nigga started on some G shit. Who that nigga that looks swagged out? That's me, bitches.
I'm tired of y'all bitches talking about this nigga. I'm the nigga with the bitch.
Up, it's Eric, aka Jack Handy, aka Deep Dots. Yo, what up? It's Jeff, aka Pet Adoption, aka I Took Your Bitch.
I'm Childish Gambino.
Because I ain't West Side. West Side.
Oh, J. Cole.
Detroit? Oh, West Side.
See what it is, man. Niggas come.
I'm Drake, so what would I would say to myself?
What would you say to yourself?
Huh?
What would you say to yourself?
What would I say to myself? Because I'm Drake, so I would say, what would I say to myself?
Maybe don't get on stage and try and make out with a child, and then find out it's a child, and then get scared.
So,
I'm an idiot.
I'm an idiot.
Yes.
No, we don't
I'm an
condone
idiot.
smoking
I'm a total
around here.
I am a total idiot.
Light.
Oh my god. Oh my god, it's the most prolific rapper of all time. DJ Khaled.
Don't let nothing stop you. Cause we ain't stopping.
Life is Roblox. Drake, what did you do, honey? You broke it. Go and pay
You
for
being
it.
left off bad and bougie.
Oh,
I ain't left off bad and bougie. You think I'm left off bad and
It's
bougie?
DJ Vlad.
Say again?
Oh wait, that's not DJ Vlad.
What's that?
You say I'm left off bad and bougie?
Yeah.
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
What'd you say?
Do it look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
Nah.
That's Quavo, right?
This? 'Cause it's no
I'm not
girls
super
here.
up on
Where the bitches
every
at?
modern
You said
rapper.
the key things. No girls here.
Dude, I'm sorry. I'm working and girls are a distraction.
Well, they not.
I know they're not because I'm looking for the bros.
What's going on? All right. All right. I'm instituting a new rule for chatters. If you guys are going to argue, you're going to have to get in the Thunderdome. And if you don't know what the Thunderdome is, I'm going to need you to go and watch a movie called Mad Max. All right? Not Furiosa. Go watch Mad Max. I'm going to make you guys fight to the death. Whoever wins gets to be a mod.
Your boys on bitch, I do it. I do it. Your boys on
How could you not know we in this motherfucker? I got my haters looking lonely in this motherfucker. Whoa.
Dozen hot and now glazed donuts, baby girl. A dozen hot and now glazed donuts, baby girl.
Cause look at Gaga. She's the creative director of Polaroid. I like some of the Gaga songs. What the fuck does she know about cameras?
Bro, he was dialed in on that criticism. That's right. What the fuck does Lady Gaga know about Polaroid cameras, bro?
Niggas, all y'all got is Dunkin' nasty ass donuts.
Hey, bro.
Hold up, let me finish, man. Damn, can I finish? All you got is
Dunkin' nasty ass donuts.
Dunkin' balls. When you walk in Dunkin' Donuts is dry as shit, old as shit.
Bro, I've never seen someone take a bigger L than J. Cole took during that Kendrick Lamar Drake beef, bro. How do you just drop out? I get it. I get it. You don't want to go against Kendrick Lamar. I get it. Right? But you couldn't take a few shots at Drake.
Thick as shit, nasty as fuck. When I got to New York, I was pissed. Like, yo, where's the Krispy Kreme? They don't have it. I used to go in Dunkin' Donuts like, yo, can you heat up the donut? They used to look at me crazy.
Hey! Hey, you wanna ride?
I am an experienced gentleman.
You wanna ride? Come here. Nope.
Oh, J. Cole, he's still good. He's still good. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, I agree. He took a huge credibility hit when he's just like, "Oh, I'm not saying nothing." What? How old am I in numbers? 3.4 billion years old.
Drove me to a point of exhaustion, which was misdiagnosed by I'm not going to say what race, what people, doctor, and what.
No, Sophie, not really. I'm 32.
Hospital,
and what media it went to. We know I can't say that. It was a Jewish doctor.
I still don't believe Logic is anything but the dad from Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You're not fooling me, bro.
What up, fuck faces? Welcome to Fuck Facebook.
Fuck Facebook. So this is what's gonna happen.
How long can either of us go without fucking swearing?
I don't fucking know. Probably not a long time.
I can literally fucking go a second in a cunt. I mean a half second in a cunt.
That was a good question. What's the next question, Jason?
Exactly.
Wait. And that's the answer to your question. We got a song called I Have a Wart on My Balls.
Man, you should have never gave us computers. You should have never gave us a computer.
We shut
and
down
put
the
that
internet
shit in front of our faces. Because this is what the fuck happens. Now, you fuckwad see what would happen if I sat on my computer all day. There'd be no music. There'd be no music making. It'd be this all day.
Tell him. I still gotta.
Eminem's just confirming that he is a troll.
Say Yellow Wolf even though he's in the camp. What are you doing? Yellow Wolf. Who am I forgetting? Yo, you so fucking childish. Grow up, man. We got a record to sell here.
I'm growing up.
We love everybody.
He's just standing up.
I'm still growing.
I'm still growing. Eminem classic comedy, bro. That was a good one. That was a pretty good one. All right, what next? Mad Max. Is it a trailer? Hold on. Oh, it is a trailer. Okay, yeah. I'll show a few seconds of it. Here, let me get into it. So, who's gonna be this guy? I need answers, damn it. Okay. Okay. And let's see who's gonna be the next guy. Okay, we'll play it from here. He's running away. Oh shit. He got him. Coco Melon? No. We will not watch Coco Melon. Okay, so we've laid down the rules, guys. Whoever wants to be a mod next, you have to go through the Thunderdome. Now, we don't have the bungee cables, but we have the nice little spears with the swords on the end. So we'll get you those. It's a fight to the death. Whoever wins gets to be the next mod. Nah, I appreciate you guys all the same. I just thank you for watching, is all. Okay. Shit. Right. Oh, Lolcow Live is live at 5.
Today on X, I asked you what you thought were some of the worst booking decisions in the history of the WWE. And in today's video, we're going to be looking at your answers.
If I had more of a following on Twitter, I would probably do that too. Put out morning questions and then go over them during the stream.
We do these videos from time to time where I ask you something on X, you provide an answer, and then I make a video out of it. So if you want to be featured the next time that we do this type of video, make sure that you're following me on X. The link will be down in the description.
Nah, if we're gonna watch Disney, we're gonna go straight for the top. We're gonna go for the good shit, okay? We're gonna go for the early 90s, the fucking Cinderellas, Pocahontas, fucking Lion King, Snow White. We're gonna go for those ones. Little Mermaid, those ones. If we're gonna risk the channel, we're going for the... We're gonna make sure they send us the cease and desist.
Of this video. As always, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring that bell for notifications if you're a wrestling fan.
I remember there was this one guy who used to do shorts of Mickey Mouse on YouTube, and he got sued by Disney and he had to stop, which was very unfortunate because he was really funny.
Know that you're going to fall in love with his YouTube channel because we always upload daily wrestling content. All right, let's look at your answers. This, referring to DX versus the Brothers of Destruction at Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia.
Oh. Am I getting the munchkins in here? Uh-oh. Hold on.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I think you could take like 99% of the booking decisions that happened at these Saudi shows before Triple H took over, and you could add them to this list of some of the worst booking decisions of all time. Because, fellas, I don't know what was going on in the WWE headquarters, what was in the water, but around this time, the WWE was making some of the wildest booking decisions at these Saudi shows, like...
That's because the Saudis pay to book the show. Bro, they want the matches of specific wrestlers. They wanted who was it? They wanted fucking who was it? Razor Ramon to come and wrestle, and he was already passed. They don't understand. They just know what was. They don't know what is now.
Bringing people out of retirement that just had no business being out of retirement. For God's sake, man, they brought Shawn Michaels out of retirement, the guy who was already given the greatest retirement match of all time at WrestleMania 26 against The Undertaker, and they brought him back out of retirement for what? Well, one, of course, a shit ton of money probably, but for this metric butt ton of ass juice of a match. Frankly, I know money talks, but whoever agreed to this decision, not named Shawn Michaels, should be put on trial for crimes against humanity. Need I say more? Referring to The Rock taking Cody Rhodes' spot going into WrestleMania 40. I don't think that I've ever seen the...
Wait, did that happen? Like, for real? That's fucking nuts.
Wrestling community more united in one particular movement, which was to get Cody Rhodes to finish his story at WrestleMania 40. I know that the WWE will tell you this was the plan all along. We always knew what point A to point B was. It was just about how we got to the blah, blah, blah. Okay, no, this was 100% a pivot. No one will ever convince me that it wasn't. The cuckening of Cody Rhodes was just a bad decision, and the WWE, to their credit, made the best possible possible set of strategic chess moves to make this into the best decision ever, because WrestleMania 40 ended up becoming like the greatest night in professional wrestling, in my opinion, a night that I'm personally never going to forget. And it all started right here with this beautiful, terrible mistake. I'm still in utter disbelief referring to Alberto Del Rio winning the 2011 Royal Rumble. Let's be honest, fellas, the guy that should have won the 2011 Royal Rumble was 1,000% CM Punk. He was the best heel, and he should have won and gone to WrestleMania to probably face off against John Cena, who should have won the WWE Championship from The Miz before WrestleMania. That's clear cut. That should have been the play going into WrestleMania 27. Frankly, I don't think that anything could have saved WrestleMania 27 from being a bad show, but at the very least, CM Punk winning that and going up against Cena in the main event would have certainly helped. The problem with this as well is that it was a very non-committal victory for Alberto Del Rio, who was somebody that was pushed to the moon in his rookie year, but even in winning the Royal Rumble, it felt like the WWE always had one foot in the water and one foot out. Like they didn't want to fully commit to Alberto Del Rio. Yes, they gave him an epic rookie.
That's because his gimmick was literally just JBL, but if he was a Mexican man. Alberto Del Rio had some of the worst fucking gimmicks. All right, let's watch these commentary roasts.
Okay, so what's it going to take here to break the drought if you're Toronto? Not bad.
That was a horrific version of the Journey Classic.
Kevin Love, leaned upon by Stevenson, throws him around like a rag doll. His nickname was Born Ready, but apparently he was born yesterday because he wasn't able to contend with Kevin Love.
What games are you all playing? You're saying you're like, what, 17, 15, 17? I know you guys got to be playing something. Oh, no. Yeah, that's Sophie, please, let's not do that. I would appreciate it very much if you guys did not do that. You can come here, you could talk, and you can have fun, but let's not do that. I'm pretty relaxed, but with that stuff, we cannot have that. You know, I'm all for fun, having fun, making jokes and making fun of each other. You guys can even make fun of me. You know, it is what it is, but let's not do that. That's a step too far, guys.
Ready for this one. Let's see a replay.
Kind of at a loss for words there, aren't you?
Oh, man, I'm telling you, this one referee just started shaving last week.
Those old guys.
Campaign lets it go.
That's the ugliest shot in the history of ugly shots.
Last night against the Nuggets. Three ball in the air is good. For
exactly.
Over the next couple of days, we got a game against. Oh my goodness! My word! What's this all about? Yeah, it was Kevin Knox, folks. Might not want me to identify him, but I got to.
On the blow by Clarkson. Tipped up, and Jokic gets it. Millsap had it knocked away. A lot of transition, and Mitchell missed the layup underneath on the reverse. Wow.
That would have changed the way this half felt.
Grant left everything short with the left hand. We're going up and down here, Doris.
Yeah, scoring has slowed down a little bit. A little careless pass for the second time by Donovan.
Mitchell just threw it away. Porter Jr. missed the alley-oop, and it's looking like LA Fitness at 3 o'clock right now.
Looked like he was on black ice out there the way he was sliding.
Look at him. What was that swipe out here looking like a fucking Elden Ring villain trying to swipe at you?
Give me those souls.
Oh my goodness, did he actually
Give
think
them
he
to
could get
me.
away with it? Look.
What are you doing?
Oh my goodness.
Where are you going?
We got anti-lock brakes on that system there?
Man, I do not know.
You ever seen that?
And then he looked at the ref like, are you really going to call that? Your name's not LeBron. Very seldom call this. Look. Look at that. Oh my
2,
goodness.
3,
Oh
5,
my
12.
Buddy, did you bring a passport
75.
with you? Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Oh wow.
That is the first.
That was a lot of steps. I don't know much about football. I don't know much about basketball, right? But I don't think you're supposed to be running with the ball
Career
like
traveling
that
violation of LeBron James. That is not
Man.
fact-checked, by the way.
Oh, wow.
But he is one turnover away from his 10th turnover, which would give him a dubious. But there it is! Oh my goodness! 10 turnovers for James Harden! A quadruple double! That's history, folks.
Take a look at Melo's D. Normally that would be an oxymoron.
It's never too late to learn, right? In his 18th season.
One more bucket or one more stop.
He bounced it back in his
Jackson
face.
Davis. Oh!
Nice.
He put the entire country of France in the basket. Take that 8-foot wingspan with you.
And a desperate Portland team Wednesday. How desperate? They just signed Carmelo Anthony.
Did he lose a bet?
Back. My goodness.
That's a foul.
How could you not call
At least
that?
he didn't kick him in the crotch this time.
Let's just say that's not the worst shot Jordan Poole has taken to the face.
There's something wrong with you, man. But that wasn't friendly fire.
Played for the Clippers for 3.5 years. He got a big contract extension when, oh wait, his dad was the coach. It seemed to work out all right.
You saying there's some nepotism there?
I'm just saying, you know, if you're going to give the money, might as well give it to your kid.
Makes sense.
Boy, Jason Tatum does a lot of complaining. Who does he think he is, Caitlin Clark?
What's the main sport in Argentina?
Soccer. That's what I was thinking. He looked like a soccer player there. How could you call this? I was wronged. This is terrible.
And there is. There's Mr. Latterman.
Mr. Latterman.
Oh, so close.
You can't shoot free throws on my court because I got to work on my game.
I'm looking here. It doesn't seem like Harold's gotten any playing time here
How many
tonight.
minutes has he played tonight with all that work he put in on his game?
I think that we've seen the white flag
That's very informative.
being waved.
Why do you say that, JP?
Because Thanasi's getting ready to come into the game.
Ball game tonight, by the way. Russell Westbrook is going to be auditioning for the
Look at those
reconstituted
shorts.
AC/DC. We saw him earlier, and I don't think we showed his legs when he was sitting on the bench earlier. Didn't realize he is wearing a business on the top, party on the bottom outfit.
That's the way it is. You know, if he needed the extra money to get the full-length pants, well, I could have loaned it to him.
He's giving the you stink
Oh,
to Shay Shay.
Skip, I'm gonna tell you something. That was uncalled for.
Shannon Sharp.
What Patrick Beverly did to me at the Lakeland game. I'm gonna tell you something, Skip. I'm a Hall of Famer, Skip. I'm a Hall of Famer, Skip. The Bulls won. I'm a Bull fan. Forget LeBron, man. I'm a Bull fan, Skip. I'm sorry, Skip. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to go. You doing?
Whoa. Dude sounded like Booker T there for a second. All right, Dominique, have fun at the beach, man. I appreciate you showing up. I appreciate you being in the chat and being cordial with people. Have a good one.
Flexing that, dude. You're down 1,000 points. How did they get away with that? How do you
young.
justify
He's
that?
young. Yeah, he's young. He's got 2 points and he got carried away.
This is Culver. Didn't do much of that in Minnesota. That's why he's in Memphis right now.
This is Jordan with perhaps the ugliest shoes in the league. What they're paying him to wear those things, I'd wear them too. I mean, I thought that Kite's shoes in Boston were the worst I'd seen in the
Oh
NBA.
man, I love those classic red and black Jordans.
Looked like he painted them himself.
I mean, I've said it before, and I know I'll take flack for it.
Yeah, like fuck that old guy, dude. Those classic Jordans. The red and the black with the white base shoe with the red and the black swoosh. I had those when I was a kid. Those were my favorite shoes all throughout middle school.
I think Ben Simmons is one of, if not the most overrated players in the NBA.
Clay, feet set, and three. It's a wedgie.
I wouldn't expect this from Klay Thompson at all. I would
That
expect
happens.
it from that young man named Ball who plays for the Lakers. I'm serious. I'm watching the game last night. He had about 8 of those.
Lonzo Ball is struggling to shoot the ball.
Oh my gosh, but they're not even close.
Yeah, Hayden McLemore works on Harden, and if you're working on Harden,
it was a different time.
One on nobody because he doesn't.
They didn't know how cool
Andre
that
Drummond
classic
is back
design
in your
was.
picture. He's going to try to take on Embiid. Wow. Did he actually expect that to go in?
Man, that's a professional basketball player right there. That was terrible. That was worse than the 3 he took earlier.
James Harden definitely had a pregame meal, averaging 17 points per game over the last 4.
That looks like an old jersey.
That
might be.
I'm not gonna lie. That looks a little bit like the one that you know, like
that like you
found that on the street vendor maybe.
Buy one get 2 free.
Hey, you want this NyQuil Jordan jersey?
It's got ball. It's like the Bulls are like. It's like he might have made that at home. I'm just kidding, big fella.
Hey, wherever you represent, brother. Wherever you represent,
the team, baby. Way to rep the Bulls.
It says Michael Jordan on the back instead of Jordan.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
They're roasting that poor guy.
Mackle Jordan.
It's Mackle Jordan.
Stop, man. Okay, it's not me.
We got to corral ourselves now.
Okay, we got to get back to the game.
Asked the producer to pipe this into the Clippers locker room so I can talk to you, James. They traded Ben Simmons for you. How did they pull that off? You said, they didn't hand me the reins. You're the point guard. You were holding the reins. And what did you do when you had the reins? You scored 9 points in Game 7 against Boston. You blew a 3-2 series lead. Hey, James, you're the problem. Then you're going to go and point fingers at everybody else, and you're going to go back home, and you're going to start swiping right for another team, and there's not going to be anybody left. Because, James, you're not the beard. You're not the system. You're the problem.
Oh, and the mic drop, Devin.
Wow. That dude at the end, I don't know what he was talking about, but he sounded like he was all about the business. He was like, I'm calling this bitch. You're wrong. You suck. It's all your fault. Holy shit balls.
Everyone at one point or another has been stung by an ending which hasn't lived up to the show you loved. Whether you're looking at movies, shows, or books. But in today's video, I'll be taking you through a list of some of the most infamously terrible endings to beloved cartoons. Also, obviously, this is only an opinion, and of course, expect some good old-fashioned spoilers. Let's dive in. To
Bro,
kick things
I'm gonna
off,
get
we
claimed
have
for
one of
this
Cartoon
one.
Network's most popular shows,
So let's see. I watched both TNA and WWE content. I watched NBA content. And now I'm going to do a bunch of cartoons. That's it. Channel gone.
Name Kids Next Door.
I'm just...
Don't run.
Run?
The early 2000s show was like a shining pillar of cartoon creativity.
It was
for the
such a
network,
good show,
and
bro.
praised by kids and adults alike. Centering around 5 10-year-old kids, each assigned a code name, number 1 through 5, who from Sector V of a secret organization known as the Kids Next Door, or KND. The KND's mission is to fight against adult tyranny and anything which threatens the fun and freedom of kids, which is usually a ridiculous villain hell-bent on destroying the KND. I'm looking at you, Toiletnator. In numerical order, the names of the quintuple are Nigel Uno, Hogle P, Gilligan Jr., Kooky Sanban, Wallaby Beetles, and Abigail Lincoln. These 5 were fan favorites of not just their own series, but of Cartoon Network as a whole, and their tackling of adult tyranny sparked the imagination of all who watched, which is why the ending of the series really does come as a bitter pill to swallow to fans, and the creator, but we'll get onto that in a short while. The series ends with an episode titled Operation Interviews, which stands for
did see the
It's
end of
now
this.
the extra really very interesting end wrap-up story, which isn't wrong, I guess. The episode starts with the famous operatives sitting down on a Talking Heads type couch, with one little difference. They're now live-action versions, and worse, all grown up. However, their leader, number 1, is nowhere to be seen. The old agents have been recommissioned to tell a tale of the day they lost their leader.
Wait. Where was I?
The story starts with the 5
What the
tackling
fuck?
their arch-nemesis, the delightful children from down the lane in a cake retrieval mission. After sadly failing to secure the cake, they discover that Sector W is replacing them for future missions due to concerns about their age.
So
so I'm putting him in charge of all future cake retrieval missions.
You can't do that!
The plot takes a turn when number 74.239 announces a scavenger hunt for the cake, engaging various KND operatives and villains. During the hunt, tensions rise and number 1 initially doubts their abilities. However, Sector V comes together and number 1 leads them to victory by obtaining Father's Pipe, the highest scoring item. Due to the victory, number 74.239 reveals that number 1 has been chosen to represent Earth in the Galactic KND, an intergalactic organization.
Don't you get it yet? You've been chosen to join the Galactic Kids Next Door!
The episode
What
concludes
the
with
fuck?
an emotional farewell as number 1 departs for his new mission, leaving his friends and family behind. But before it can finally end, we are shown a little snippet of a scene with number 5 on the phone with who else but number 1. He's back!
What made you up on the moon base, okay? Oh, and number 1.
Well, he was meant to be. The entire idea behind this episode was to tease the audience for a spin-off show set in the galactic version of KND. Originally, instead of number 1 being chosen, he was meant to be kidnapped by the galactic KND, where the gang had to spring into action to save him. But instead, according to the creator Tom Warburton, he was forced to end the show with this episode in what felt like very abrupt fashion. The episode certainly wasn't the send-off that the members of Sector V truly deserved, especially with their final mission basically being a scavenger hunt that just came out of nowhere. On his blog, Mr. Warburton tells fans that in his opinion, the made-for-TV movie Operation Zero is a much more fitting ending to the show. Who knows? Maybe one day we'll get the Fabulous Five returning in space battles, or an entirely different show with a new generation of KND operatives. But as it stands, codenamed Kids Next Door left everyone wanting more.
I'm surprised they
This
haven't
isn't the
redone
only
this
time
idea.
Cartoon
They could
Network
literally just
fumbled the
bring
ending to
different
a
kids
super
in.
successful show, like in the case of Samurai Jack, another cartoon gem from
Nope.
the early 2000s.
Nope.
The series
Nope.
didn't have a
Nope.
definitive ending.
Nope. I will not allow the besmirching of Samurai Jack on this fucking channel. Not even the slightest utterance of the final season of Samurai Jack. If you say it's anything other than the gold standard for what Cartoon Network's cartoons should be, you can get the fuck off my channel. No, I'm kidding. But nah. That one's might be a little too popular. Let's skip to this one.
Feels like two episodes fused together, with Danny having to deal with a meteor heading straight for Earth, whilst battling the thought of giving up his powers for good.
Tofu.
This awkward premise gives neither storyline
No, I know.
time to
I just
breathe,
wanted to
and
skip it.
ultimately produces more questions than answers. Especially
gotta
when
skip
major
it sometimes
storylines
so,
had to be rushed and hastily
don't get
wrapped
that
up,
copyright,
like
bro.
Danny's romance with Sam. This sudden end left
Yeah, I always felt that Danny Phantom wasn't really explained too well. Like, none of it.
an unsatisfied taste in the mouths of Phantom fans. But the truth was that behind the scenes, and despite a vocal and loyal fan base, Danny Phantom just wasn't making Nickelodeon money. Not in the way Butch Hartman's other show, Fairly Odd Parents, was, despite having a bigger budget. So, Nickelodeon decided to pull the plug on Danny Phantom, forcing Hartman to end the show abruptly.
I know, but just because
not
it's
all
on
doom and
YouTube
gloom,
doesn't mean they
as
won't
Butch has
claim
been
it,
on
bro.
record many times saying he'd love to bring Danny Phantom back to life. And
Of
give
course
the
he
show
would. He has
exactly
nothing.
what
He
it
does
deserves.
nothing now.
So, who knows? Maybe like Samurai Jack, good things will come to those who wait. It would be more than fitting to bring a show about ghosts back from the dead, after all.
That would
Talking
be
of
pretty
waiting,
funny.
most of you will likely have been waiting for the next episode to pop up on our list, as it's perhaps the most infamous example of how not to end a show. In fact, most would say it's a step-by-step guide on how to alienate your entire audience in disastrous fashion. Obviously, I'm talking about Star versus the Forces of Evil.
What the fuck
A
is
show
that?
about a powerful young princess from another dimension called Star Butterfly, who, after a spell of bad behavior, is sent to our universe to gain experience fighting the evils that lurk within it. There may have never been a show as loved at the beginning and as hated at the end as this one. And although that may sound harsh, trust
What
me,
kind of
it's
My
for
Little
good
Pony
reason.
shit is
Praised for
this?
its light-hearted stories and characters, as the series progressed, Star vs. the Forces of Evil was soon plagued with complicated stories, serious character dynamics like love triangles, and other frustrating writing decisions, which started to smear the reputation of what was once a superb show. These problems reared its ugly head the highest
Alright, I
without
won't
doubt
skip
in the
any more
show's
then.
finale, titled Cleave, where Star commits genocide by willfully destroying all magic across the multiverse, including creatures born of magic. Bang! Innocent creatures suddenly ripped from existence. What adds insult to injury is that Star's world is somehow then merged with Earth, so that her and her boyfriend Marco can have a happy ending. So basically the show says, commit mass murder and get rewarded. No wonder this show is the gold standard of cartoons when it comes to awful endings. Johnny Bravo is one of those cartoons
Oh,
that everyone
God.
at some point...
This was my shit right here. Johnny Bravo. Oh, man. I obviously modeled my entire life after Johnny Bravo. I'm a muscular guy with blonde hair and
their life
glasses.
is watched.
I wear
Show
blue jeans
all about
everywhere.
A muscular, narcissistic, and dim-witted man who tries to impress women with his looks and charm, but usually fails miserably.
The ladies love the makeovers. But the ladies already love Johnny.
The show shot to fame due to seeing Johnny hilariously fail at attracting women in a variety of ways, whilst also being a celebrity guest magnet, with many famous folk wanting a cameo in the show. And one of those folks is the reason for the show's infamously bad ending. Although Johnny may be incredibly cringy, many
History
fans of
content?
the show
Oh,
wanted
fuck.
him in the end
Yeah, I
to
love
find the girl
history
of his
content.
dreams. But sadly, Johnny had
But
no
I
such
will
luck,
be
and
taking
his
a break
story
here in a
ended
minute.
with
We've
the
been going for
2004
3
episode
hours.
Back on Shaq, starring, of course, Shaquille O'Neal. Normally, this would have been a great one-off episode with a funny celebrity guest, but to end the show, the episode basically revolves around Johnny becoming Shaq's basketball good luck charm. And well, there's none of that classic Johnny Bravo magic we'd come to love as an audience. It just felt like a total and complete sellout, with fans complaining that the episode was like a committee had chosen it for the final broadcast. You could argue someone as vain as Johnny doesn't deserve to find the love of his life, but I say, who are you to deny this hulking man with the voice of an off-brand Elvis?
All I have to say is, hey,
In 2003, Cartoon Network released a unique cartoon based on a comic book series from the 80s, centering around 5 teenage superhero best friends who call themselves the Teen Titans. Suited to the boots and ready to go, the Titans team up.
Oh, be still my beating heart. This is my bread and butter right here. This is my jam. Okay, so if you don't know, we got the big G. He's down here at the bottom. Oh no, we have the G, Beast Boy. We have Cyborg, Raven, Robin, and Starfire. The greatest fucking cartoon that Cartoon Network has ever made, hands down, excluding Dexter's Laboratory, okay? The best cartoon of all time. The Teen Titans. It hit at the right time. It had all the right notes. It knew when to be funny. It knew when to be serious. It let the characters have individualism while also being supported by each other. It was one of the best written shows of its time, dude. Teen Titans should be the standard for what cartoons are. I will say that every time. I loved it.
And Robin?
Oh, that is disgusting. Ronnie the Blaze, we've already seen him not capable of taking a shower, brushing his teeth, making a potato. He doesn't even know how to make ramen, bro. He can't cook a cup of noodles.
Starfire, Raven, Cyborg, and Beast Boy use their unique powers to battle against the forces of
this is
evil.
my bread and
Titans
butter
was a
right
moderate
here.
Success, however, and despite many people saying that the show was the best portrayal that the Titans ever had, after its 5th season, the series was brought to an end. Now, this ending isn't bad, It works as an ending, and I'm sure many people were satisfied with it, but for the avid fans, it was seriously frustrating, as it was obvious that storylines and character developments were rushed, and left you with a sense of what could have been. The final episode of the series, titled Things Change, ends with one of the biggest cliffhangers in cartoon history, which is a problem when you don't have a follow-up to it. The Titans are busy fighting the White Monster when Beast Boy notices a girl who resembles Terra, a former Titan who turned evil, then sacrificed herself to save the city and redeemed herself.
Poor Terra, bro. She was used.
So, how can Terra be back? Does she remember everything? Is she okay? Is it actually Terra? Well, we never find out. The story ends there, and whilst not boring and impactful for an audience, it leaves you with more questions than answers. The worst part about it all is that the decision to axe the show and rush the ending was nothing more than business. Teen Titans simply didn't sell enough merchandise to warrant the airtime and budget, and so the heads at Cartoon Network.
Bro, if you could tell me what cartoon, what show should they bring back for streaming services? This one.
Network pulled the plug. The creators did plan to bring Terra back at some point, but because of a few lost dollars, we'll never get to know how her or the other Titans have their stories end.
And now we have to suffer with Teen Titans Go.
When I say the next show on our list was created by one of the lead writers on the incredibly successful show Adventure Time, you'd think, surely not. But Rebecca Sugar's show, Steven Universe, is yet another beloved show to fall victim to a less than fitting ending. A show about the coming-of-age story of a young boy, Steven Universe, who
what the fuck is this?
Lives with the crystal gems, magical mineral-based aliens named Garnet, Amethyst, and Pearl in the fictional town of Beach City. Steven Universe, whilst wildly popular, was guilty at times of having inconsistent themes and characters which culminated in a finale that felt rushed, unearned, and making little sense compared to previous seasons. The finale itself is titled Change Your Mind, where the main villain, White Diamond, is basically just talked out of being evil. All that heroic foreshadowing, brilliant messages of right and wrong sprinkled throughout, all for the series to end in a whimper. Some fans say that's the right move, though as prior to the finale, Steven had already resolved his problems, and truthfully, going out quietly felt like the right move to some. Despite its popularity, Steven Universe faced backlash, but not for any creative or quality reasons. The show aired on Cartoon Network, a huge distributor of cartoons worldwide, and many of the countries Cartoon Network airs in were seen as more culturally conservative and rallied against the LGBTQ+ themes, which were openly explored in the show.
My Pearl, you're wonderful.
They threatened to cut the cord on the network if they didn't stop showing Steven Universe, and just like Teen Titans and Danny Phantom, the way Steven Universe ended was due to nothing more than money. I'd like to think if this was happening right now, Cartoon Network would have been firmer than they were in 2018 when the final series was in production. But we can't turn back time. But we can turn to another show whose ending left fans feeling unsatisfied and confused. That cartoon is sadly Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends.
Oh man,
Yep,
I only
the
caught a
eclectic
few
madhouse
of these.
of cartoon craziness was also guilty of leaving us on a sour note. The show is set in a universe where children's imaginary friends physically come to life. Once children outgrow them, the imaginary friends are relocated to the titular orphanage where they stay until other children adopt them. The home is run by the elderly Madame Foster, its lovable, kind founder, her rabid imaginary friend Mr. Harriman, and business manager and granddaughter Frankie, who handles day-to-day operations. Title is Goodbye to Blue, where Mac announces that he and his family are moving. Obviously, Blue panics and wants to spend one last day with his best friend before he leaves.
He's packing up his belongings to move.
The entire episode is very Blue-centric and doesn't have any closure for other loved characters in the show, which is only made worse when we find out that Mac is moving. But it turns out he's just moving into a different apartment in the same building.
Blue, I'm not moving away.
So that entire episode is just meaningless. So combining that with the lack of closure for other characters and subplots, and you have one of the most unsatisfying endings to a cartoon ever. The thing about endings is that they have to happen, and usually
I
no
didn't
one
understand
likes them.
that
It's
ending.
important to balance an ending, to say the right final goodbye to an audience who's
Well, that was very informative. I didn't know that Johnny Bravo ended that way. I don't know. People do a lot of crazy stuff. All right. Let's check on...
I'm like, bro, nah. Now that I think about it, I don't care if you're an alcoholic.
Give me
Your
a sec.
weight
I'll be right
loss
back.
Is a little sussy, Phil. Like, no! I'm gonna start a new, thread theory. But think about it. A guy who doesn't exercise, doesn't fucking gets up once a week, and when he does, it's just fucking pushing his foot on pedals, bro. The heaviest thing he lifts is probably a bunch of grocery bags. He wants you to think that he went from that chubby-faced Bobby Hill fucking fuck to this emaciated fucking little 5 o'clock shadow fuck we know now, without a little Ozempic probably being dashed in his food. You know what I mean? Nah, bro. I think maybe Phil took...
You can't have it both ways. Either you couldn't take the weight off, so big is beautiful.
So big is
right?
beautiful.
Or you really wanted the weight off all along, but you couldn't find the way to do it, but now you think you have a magic solution, so you've rushed...
Bro! Yo! Do y'all remember how fat his wife is? Do I have to sit here and pull pictures? Dude, I have to dig into the Chilmurray archives. Fuck it, bro. Nah, bro. This dude wants to give this big-ass speech. Like he ain't sitting here with an unhealthy, obese,
all right,
fat,
I'm back.
Fucking gross-looking thing he calls a spouse, bro. This thing. This motherfucking thing, bro. Really? Fuck it. Let's hear Phil. We're gonna finish Phil talking like he's some kind of doctor could tell you how to be healthy, bro. Don't forget he sleeps next to this fucking 300-pound piece of shit every
Rush
day.
to the doctor to get it. Does that not sound completely contradictory?
To you about your life,
right? You know, and again, I realize that there are issues with people who try to lose weight and cannot. There's tons of reasons why people.
This video is sponsored by Incogni.
Medical condition.
Oh boy, looks like the witch got you again. This time, you gracefully land in Independence, Missouri in the...
Would I have survived the real Oregon Trail? No, I would not. I would have died. Of dysentery or something. I would have done something stupid. Got bit by a spider, stepped on a snake.
The mid-1800s. Everyone's packing up and moving out west to seek their fortune in greener pastures. And you don't want to get left behind. Think you have what it takes to blaze the trail? Let's find out. Since you've just been thrown into this reality, you're only as good as the skills that you can provide. As we all know, there's only 3 kinds of people in this world: bankers, farmers, and carpenters. Nothing else. And thanks to good old democracy, you are now... a crafty carpenter. You enjoy getting hammered and occasionally nailed. You've got some solid survival stats and decent savings. Good choice. Not that it was yours anyway. Here's your complimentary wife and 2 adorable little cherubs to help you on the trail. Look how cute they are. Your mission is to travel down the soon-to-be-famous Oregon Trail. Over 2,000 miserable miles of dirt, disease, and death, formally established in 1836 to help pioneers move out west. But why would I move out west, you might ask? Because you want to. But more importantly, the US government wants you to. Look, the eastern states are getting all congested, industrial, and smoggy. So the United States needs to do some good old expansion. Thanks to the Louisiana Purchase in 1803 and the Oregon Treaty in 1846, there's a lot of fresh open land to settle. Why live in the economic decline of disgusting cities in the east when you could manifest that destiny and fill up those lungs with fresh air on the fertile plains? That's good air. If the opportunity of prosperity wasn't enough to convince you, how does free land sound? Thanks to the Oregon Land Donation Claim Act of 1850, pioneers can claim up to 640 acres, 2.6 square kilometers, of land completely free. Time to get supplies. Look, if you're going to be slogging down a few thousand miles of rocky trail, you're going to need to be well supplied if you want to stand any chance of surviving. Pioneers stocked up their supplies in trailhead towns just like Independence, Missouri. Things like food, clothes, tools, livestock, and perhaps the most critical American asset, guns. Because when you're out on a seemingly endless sand ocean, anything's fair game. What's to stop a desperate thief from stealing your precious supplies and or daughter? Your gun. So be sure that you're well equipped to donate a few lead slugs to their cause. And of course, you could also hunt for food if you need to. When it came to food, a family of 4 would need about 1,000 pounds of the stuff. This was usually beans, rice, flour, sugar, coffee, and dried meats and veggies. Don't forget your pots and pans and your fresh water barrel, or else you'll be washing down your salty deer jerky with a cup of dried rice. For tools, you're gonna need to be making repairs when stuff breaks, and stuff will break. Since you're a carpenter and know how to carpent properly, you're set with a hammer, a saw, and an axe. And of course, you'll need some spare clothes, otherwise you'll be walking around with some breezy cheeks. In order to haul all of your stuff down the trail, you're gonna need a big ol' wagon. This sucker right here is a prairie schooner. Not as beefy as the heavy Conestoga wagons used for shipping freight, but you can still fit so many
Hey, Dumpy Koala, how are you, brother?
Supplies and family members in this bad boy. With 4 ox power, tricked out wooden wheels, and a non-existent suspension,
Okay, so how far do you guys think you would make it in the Oregon Trail? I don't think I would make it very far. I would probably make it to Middle America, and I would be done. I'd be like, leave my ass here.
Kids will be uncomfortably wobbling down a trail at a spine-shattering 15 miles per day. You and your wife, however, will be getting your steps in the entire way. Every day is leg day on the Oregon Trail. So with a modest $800 to your name,
dude, I have legs the size of tree trunks. My legs would be just fine. My legs are strong.
You talk to the general store owner and place your order. Yes, sir. What can I do you for?
Oh man, it hasn't
about $20
been too
but
bad.
I'm
you
kind
know,
of looking for some supplies.
One
Sure
foot
thing.
in front
Take
of
a
the
look
other.
around.
You know.
Yeah, can
do
I
your job,
get,
go home. So pretty good.
What's a sponsor?
Oi.
That. Are you sick and tired of getting stupid spam emails or marketing calls from companies you've never done business with? Hackers yoink your per home and have a leak out of paper all of your per from their day and one ending lonely. The channel by to save 60 history. Promo.
There,
So can I just get one of everything? Yeah, I'll ring you up. You better get used to that wagon, because you're about to spend about 6 months in it. You've got almost 2,200 miles of trail ahead of you, but you're not alone. In fact, over 400,000 other pioneers are also making the trek. Just don't make too many friends, because you'll end up burying some of them along the way. About 10% of those who hit the trail ended up really hitting the trail. For better survival stats, many families opted to form traveling caravan groups consisting of dozens of wagons to support each other. But having so many people around inevitably led to disagreement. Hey, can you pass the beans? I don't know, can I? The fuck's your problem? So in order to avoid descending into complete chaos, leaders and officers were elected to direct the caravans, laying out agreed upon ground rules dictating what to do in certain events. So if grandma slips and takes a wheeler 50 to the spine, we all know who gets all of her stuff. Enjoy those dentures. Proper planning gave you those. These concrete rules were designed to prevent arguments down the line. But, of course, humans will be humans. I just wanted some beans. But you're a simple fella who makes simple decisions, so you're probably fine, right? What could go wrong? Being on the road for about a month now, you've passed through a few forts and landmarks, and besides a few snakes and your son hucking some stuff off of the wagon for fun, things have been going pretty well. Huh. Well, time to put the carpenter skills to use and make repairs. While there's some downtime, the family has an opportunity to catch up on some chores. Just remember to keep your guard up and avoid any, you know. Since your wagon conveniently broke down next to a freshwater spring, your wife is able to replenish the water supply before washing the farts out of your family's clothes. Meanwhile, your daughter feeds the oxen and your son laps up water from a brown puddle. Look at him go. Oh wait, that's not good. Your son is gonna quickly learn about a little thing called cholera. You see, there were plenty of diseases that plagued the dusty trail like mumps, measles, and the dreaded dysentery, but cholera was by far the worst. Contracted mainly from contaminated water sources where fellow pioneers expelled their evils, cholera could kill within hours and spread just as fast across an entire caravan. Symptoms included extreme nausea, vomiting out your front, vomiting out your back, dehydration from all the vomiting, leg cramps, restlessness, irregular heartbeat, glassy eyes, and perhaps the worst symptom of all, death. Oh my god, he's dead! No, he could just have cholera. Disease alone was the biggest killer on the trail, with estimates of over 30,000 deaths. So, best to avoid slurping down brown puddles. Sorry, son. Not only were diseases a guaranteed add to the death count, but so were injuries. Even something as simple as a small cut could easily be infected. With the extent of medical...
I know with my stocky frame, strong arms, and strong legs, my ass would be moving things, right? I would die just because I got a random ass cut from carrying some shit.
Treatment being no more than, put some whiskey on it. Your prognosis wasn't too promising. So when little Jimothy falls off the wagon and shatters both tibias, he's now the trail's newest speed bump. If you were afflicted by something, the best you could do was rest. Resting was crucial for pioneers. If they didn't stop to rest frequently, they ended up taking a dirt nap from crippling exhaustion. But not only was physical health a concern, but mental health as well. There were quite a few reports of people throwing themselves off the wagon of life when their mental health deteriorated from not only the monotonous and seemingly unending voyage, but seeing the constant line of rotting bodies of fallen pioneers. It was pretty common to pass several dead travelers every day on the trail, so you gotta think that that's pretty demoralizing, especially if some of those travelers were your friends and family. Even today, some of these graves still mark the end of many pioneers' journeys. Mental health really was no joke. Take for example the famous story of Elizabeth Markham, who was pushed to the brink of insanity while on the trail. In the middle of their trek, she hit a point of exhaustion where she simply refused to travel any further, and nothing could convince her to carry on. After hours of failed encouragement, her husband and children were forced to abandon her and move on. After a while, her son was sent back to get her after she had rested. Bad move. Elizabeth eventually caught back up with the rest of the family, but left her son in the dirt with a rock lodged in his skull. When her husband raced back to find his son still barely alive, Elizabeth set fire to the family's wagon for good measure. Can't continue down the trail if everything you own is reduced to a cinder, can ya? Not only were humans a danger to themselves, but so was almost everything else, especially nature. High winds, strong storms, blazing heat, freezing nights, they all did what they do best. They happened. You also had to watch out for wildlife. Wolves, bears, snakes, coyotes, and buffalo. They were all out to get you and your family. But thanks to firearms, humans were able to get them back, especially the buffalo. That's gonna piss off some Native Americans. Speaking of which, there's often a misconception that Native Americans were a constant threat. Not true. In fact, quite the opposite. Native outposts were extremely useful trading sites to replenish food and other supplies. Natives also served as experienced tour guides, escorting some pioneers through rougher terrain like forests and rivers. Granted, there were a few deadly altercations between pioneers and natives, usually a result of pioneers being paranoid and shooting at natives unprovoked. About 800 natives and pioneers were killed thanks to sheer stupidity. Oh well, the wagon's repaired, so time to get back to it. You continued traveling on for a few more months, passing by more forts and giant rocks, but things have been pretty quiet. Wait, why is everything so quiet? They're probably fine. You then break out of your reminiscing when something catches your eye in the distance. There it is! The end of the line and a ticket to a new life. Oregon City. That's in Oregon. All that's left between you and salvation is a huge freaking river. The Columbia River. You can't exactly cross it, so you're gonna need to ford it. You waterproof your wagon, but you still need a raft to hold everything. Oh, but building a sturdy enough raft is just gonna be impossible, is what a non-carpenter would say. It's river time.
Yeah! I'm coming for you, Oregon. Oh, I hit a rock.
This game sucks. Oh, that's much better.
That's exactly how it would go. Alright. What the hell? Oh no, more Bill.
Joe Jr.
Yo!
Look here.
I said die, Joe Jr. I'm coming for you.
Bill, why do you wear
Peter, stop.
When you take a piss, why do you wear your pants on your ankle?
Why is the government putting you out of your misery, huh? Why are they putting you out of
Hey,
your
Ronnie.
misery, huh? Why is it? Because you're useless to care.
Bill walks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame.
It's just a platform. Do what you will. Just no
Hey, Bill,
crazy stuff.
I'm gonna get you.
Fuck your mother. bitch. Oh, wait a minute. You can't because you're going to be dead.
You can't even come.
You can't.
We're dropping frames. Oh no.
Pull up your pants, pussy.
You can't even ejaculate. You sound like a guy.
Yo.
Fat fucking Canadian. All you Canadians are fucking fat.
Bill, looks like you have poo-poo in your diaper.
It looks like you're gonna die in 13 days. Whoa.
With the in-flight movie.
You're gonna be dying in 13 days.
You have the body structure of Shrek.
Greatest fucking goddamn accomplishment that goddamn
Oh no. Oh
country of
no.
Canada has done to kill a fucking goddamn useless civilian like you.
Bill, you're blind. You couldn't be useful even if you had fucking 4 arms.
You're never used because you're gonna die. That's why you fucking talk your shit. That's why they're killing you, boy.
Okay, time to pull up your pants.
With your little 8 megabit piece of shit internet.
You don't even stream. You don't even know how to use your internet.
You don't know how to use shit. You don't even stream, bitch.
I like when he walks away to pull his pants
Okay.
up.
You never have streamed, so shut your fucking Canadian ass mouth.
Bro.
Fucking goddamn flaming ass fucking Joseph Johnson.
Okay, pull him up. Guys, he put a belt on. What an idiot.
Yeah, I did it, bitch. Oh, fuck you.
Now his poop doesn't weigh his pants down.
I'm glad you're gonna You're dying, and I'm happy about that. I'm so excited. I'm thrilled.
Oh no, what's going on here?
Do you want some eggs?
You're gonna die. Die, Jeb, today. Hope they fucking you today. Maybe they'll fucking shorten your life by a week.
Look at those ugly home cooks. Holy shit.
You're ugly. That's why they're killing you.
You have fucked up home cooks. Oh my god.
You're a fucked up mind in the goddamn Canadian fucking ass fucking country you live in, Canada.
Ew, look at his home cooks. Oh, gross.
Your country sucks dick. That's why they're killing you. They're fucking replacing you with Indians. They're getting rid of all the Canadians
Dude.
and replacing it on all the Indian people. You know what? I support that.
Bill, that's a genocide.
Congratulations.
I think the
Canada.
stream might actually have to come to a close here.
Indian people.
My
Bill, that's
connection's going
genocide,
all
you
over the
ugly
place.
Home cook fucker.
Whatever, you're gonna die.
Let me guess. You supported the Israelis replacing the Palestinians.
I support Indians fucking killing all your goddamn fucking American beef bitches like you.
American beef
look
bitches.
at his ugly home cooks.
Nice.
You fucking can't even use them properly.
Them goddamn home cuts. Look at those legs. Those toes. Horrible.
Bill, why is your dick so tiny?
Why are you gonna die, Jeb? Because they don't like you in country. They don't like you in Canada. They hate you there. That's why they're killing you.
Oh, look at your fucked up kneecap. Oh, jeez.
Oh, jeez, you're gonna die in 13 days, faggot. Paybacks are a bitch, aren't they?
Are you okay, man?
Yeah.
All right.
I'm burning up like hell, but you know, I tried to be fucking goddamn cordial. I tried to be nice, but you know what? I can't be nice to that fucker. I can't do it anymore.
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
You're dying, you're dying, you're dying, you're dying, you're dying, you're dying.
Yeah, go grab your cane, pussy boy.
Whatever, you're gonna be dead. That's funny.
Right?
That's hilarious. That's
Dude, they're
the most
nasty.
Goddamn comedy, the most comedy I've ever fucking goddamn seen. You're gonna die.
He does.
You look like a grapefruit. That's retarded.
I can't wait till you die. That's why they're killing you, dude. That's why they're killing you.
Guys, look at the poop stain on his pants.
Whatever, dude. I can mute you by other ways, not just on fucking.
All right, guys. I think I'm gonna call the stream here. I will be on later tonight. I have some things I need to take care of, and my connection is just going crazy. So